Hello guys, welcome to round 2, part 2. It feels like that anyway, doesn't it? But as you can see, I've had a shave, I've had a shower, I've changed my shirt, I had a bit of dinner, I've walked Benji, I'm fresh, I've got the box ready. Sunday night, very casual. Let's do a stream. Right, let's see who's out there. Well, we've got nearly almost 100 in already. That's good. Just before I start saying hello to everybody, I got a message. I can't see him here now, but I had a message. A guy wrote to me in the week and he said, I don't know if it was a complaint, but he said, oh, you waste the first 20 minutes of the stream by saying hello to everybody. We can read it out ourselves. But you know what? I'm not going to stop doing that because I think that's what a live stream is all about, isn't it? It isn't about me sitting here talking and you just listening. We get involved, and by me saying hello and reading your name out, that involves you, doesn't it? And before I had my channel, when I went onto YouTube channels, if I heard my name rang out, I used to like it. You know, it's a little bit of a buzz, isn't it? Because you feel like you're part of the stream. So to that guy, if you're watching, thank you for the comment. But I'm gonna keep it going as I always have. So let's kick off. Brian Ryder, Simon Mays, Shin Rana. That's the second time you've said yes, Peter. What are you trying to say, Shin? Good to speak to you the other day, mate. Donald Trump, yeah, good. Always give you a salute, Mr. Trump. Then time for me to get a cider down. Yeah, I'll be drinking tonight. I deserve it tonight. The third stream of the weekend. I hope Capio comes in later because Franco, because you know that stream I did with Brian a couple of hours ago. It went really, really well. Brian said to me at the end of the stream, he said that went better than I thought it did. I seem to stream well with other people. It doesn't matter whether it's Ed Sweeney, Brian Flowers, Trevor, whoever I stream with. We seem to gel. It goes really well. And yeah, you know, Brian was happy with it. So yeah, it went really well. And yeah, what can I say? Just it was a good stream. Jeff say hi. How are you? You were in there, weren't you? Mike 8134 Gold Digger. Not me, Mike. Surely no. That's what I keep forgetting what I was going to say. Yeah. Franco and Capio. I know Franco's in the background. I hope Capio comes in. At the end of the stream with Brian, I said thank you to everybody. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you for all the members. Thank you for everybody. I said thank you to everybody. Who didn't I thank? The moderators, and they did all the work. So thanks, guys. I know you'll be in the background there somewhere, Franco, because you were telling me off earlier about it. Right. Let's have a look. Who else we got? Leroy 420. They're both staying in the bar. Who's that then? John Millin. Hello, Peter. Best you have a rest after today. Get your energy. It's okay. I don't work now. I enjoy it. I mean, I've got two choices, right? I've had a shower. I've had my dinner. So there's two things I can do. I can either sit in front of the TV and watch Netflix, or I can do a stream. And guess which one I'd rather do? I started watching the new Vinnie Jones movie earlier called Bulletproof. Crap. Absolute crap. It wasn't for me anyway. Matthew Cartwright, how you doing, Matthew? And I'm all set up, Matthew, for later on. But I mean this tonight, guys. It won't be a long one, honestly, because I am tired. It's been a long weekend. I've been on here since 10 o'clock this morning. I recorded the stories for next week, the members for Tuesday, edited them, and then did the preparation for Brian's stream. Did the stream, and now I'm doing this stream. So it's all good fun, but I'm getting a bit tired now. Martin McCormick, evening, Peter. Have you ever stayed on Soi 45 before? No, I don't. I've stayed in Soi. If you're talking about Bangkok, I've stayed on Soi 38. You might be talking about Pattaya, but if you're talking about Bangkok 45, you're going over the junction, aren't you? Of is it Thonglor up there? Yeah. Rents are normally a bit cheaper the further you get out. If you're thinking of like getting an apartment out there, you know, you could do worse and look at Unnut. That's further down. You've got Asok, and then I think there's two more stops. Big expat community out there. It's apparently it's a good place to live. Some people have done they've filmed it already. Sounds so old, doesn't it? Movies uploads. I'll do one when I go out there. Now, wouldn't it be great if that was the real Liz Truss? Love the stream with Brian earlier. You have good chemistry and would love to see you make out sometime. Oh, I don't know. That sounds a bit personal. Suyash Singh, Hey Pete, yeah, you just come back from Cowboy. I've seen in one of your other messages. You dirty man. Right, going to Soy Cowboy with all them ladies. Right, okay. Who else we got? Motel. I'm on the milk tonight. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there you go. Look, just come back from Cowboy. So look, who else? Are you out there, Franco? Show your face if you're out there. Let me know you're there. We had a good ribbon at somebody tonight, didn't we? We got our revenge tonight. Paul Shackleton. Good evening, Peter, and all the other wannabe Thailand warriors. Good stream earlier with Brian. It was very good, very good. Dutch Frang, we can hear you, Peter. Well, that's good. I don't want to talk to myself. Hey, Mike, long time no see. How you doing? Evening, Peter and Brian. Looking forward to the stream. Well, Brian's done and dusted. He was on the earlier stream, Mike, but you can watch it on the rerun. It was very good. Hi to Stephen Roberts. How you doing? Boo-hoo, you love the streams, don't you? You're in them all. McLaren F1, Clive, how you doing? Guys, I'm thinking about, who's that? Fran Rush, how you doing? Good evening, Mongers. Black Bolt, oh, you're a glutton tonight, Black Bolt. You're in earlier. Good to see you in again. I'm thinking about doing that thing at the end again. Do you remember last week I did a free-for-all? I basically put a link out there and everybody came in. I mean, it wasn't coherent. There was feedback, but we've seen some faces, didn't we? I might do that a little bit later, but people didn't like the fact that they had to email me and get the link. So I've got to try and think of some way I can get the link to you, because if I put it up like that, you can't copy and paste it. Hang on, even a static one. You can't copy and paste that, can you? Yeah, because the link's quite long. So I'm just trying to think. If anybody thinks of a good way for me to put a link up for you guys to grab it later, let me know. Because last week I did it on emails, but that isn't really a great way to do it. Gemini Star, Boohoo, greetings to you. Okay, you're saying hi to Boohoo. Reggae Vibes, how you doing? Carlito, how you doing? Wow, we've got 200 in already. That's good. I mean, you must be all streamed out today, guys. A lot of stream. I noticed there's a lot of streams on a Sunday. I mean, the ones I know of. I mean, you had Trevor at 10 o'clock this morning, and then Ride for Kicks did the Hooters thing, didn't he, at 1 o'clock? Who else did we have? Was somebody around? Well, the one with Brian today, and now this one. So I think Ed did one last night, didn't he? But you know, fair enough. If you're still watching, that's good for me. Football 442, or put the link in the chat. Yeah, but it doesn't work if you put the link in the chat, because look, I'll show you. So if I'll put my name up there, right? So that would be the link. Well, that's easy to copy because that's my name. But I'll put the link. Let me show you how difficult it is. If I do an invite, copy the link. Let me close that. Create a banner. It's a little bit harder, you know. It's but that's the actual link. I'm not going to keep it up there for long because I don't want people. Well, I will, but if somebody tries to come in now, I just won't accept the link. But well, it's I don't know. I could leave that up for about 20 minutes before I do it, couldn't I? At the end, I'll have to try that. I don't know any other way to do it. If you don't want me to send you emails, or you send me emails, but that's a long way off. Yeah, that's way over. And we're only been going 10 minutes, right? Yeah, the thing with that, I thought about that, Mike 8134. Maybe put the link in the video description. The problem with that is the description's already there. So if I put the link in the description, you're going to have to refresh the page. Oh, my screen's just gone off. Is it going to? Yeah, it's come back on. Oh, it always scares me when I don't know why sometimes the screen goes off for a couple of seconds, and I always wonder if it's going to come back. You're going to have to refresh your page. It starts to get a little bit complicated there. Let me have a think about it. Hi, Paul Hoskins. How are you? JB Viva, last 10-minute preview. Yeah, I mean, it was strange for me as well last week, because, you know, I don't know what you guys look like. I get your little pictures and stuff, and, you know, people, when they do the little picture, they kind of make them a little bit different, don't they? Special. And I put the link out there last night, and I think we had 7 in. We had Yoss Travels, we had Clive, we had Pazimo, we had a whole bunch. There was feedback, and everybody was talking over each other. But it was just good because people could actually see real people. And we will do it tonight. We'll make it a feature. And I'll try and think of a better way to do it next week. Maybe I will put it in the description, but not now. Not now, later on. Right. Stephen Roberts says, flying to Bangkok on the 19th of September. Flying to Bangkok, 19th of September, staying at Adelphi Suite, Soy 8 for the first week. Got my retirement visa now, good for a year. Well, the Adelphi Suites, Stephen, yeah, I know it very well, because the last time I was there, I was staying in the Stable Lodge. So if you come out of the Adelphi Suites, it's kind of the stable lodges over there. I don't stay there all the time. I just stayed there the last time after I was kind of after the Majestic Suites. I don't know if you know Soi 8 very well, but it's a very, very good Soi. Most of the action's actually on the other side of Sukhumvit, but it's not a problem because when you come out of Soi 8, you've got the Nana station. The escalator, they call it Nana, but it's actually closer to Soi 8. Because when you come out of Soi 8, the escalator to go up is right there. And there's a place I eat almost every day in Soi 7/1. It's a Thai restaurant, very reasonable, good food. So I'll just come out of Soi 8 and over, and I'm there. But you've got the Monsoon restaurant. That's very, very good. A little bit pricey, £7.50 for a burger and chips, but a good quality. And then to the right, a little bit next to the stable lodge, you've got the Deck 5, do a fantastic breakfast. 160 baht, I believe it is. But yeah, the Adelphi Suite's pretty good. You'll have a good time there, Steve. And as far as your retirement visa goes, I don't know if you did it yourself or you got an agent to do it. But if you got an agent to do it, you probably paid about 38K for it. If you intend to leave the country and come back, make sure you get a multiple entry stamp on top of that retirement visa, because otherwise, if you go out and visit your family for whatever reason after 3 months and you come back thinking you got 9 months left, it's cancelled because you haven't got a multiple entry stamp. So top tip there is that if you get an agent to do it, it's about 5,000 baht. You only need one stamp. You don't have to do it every time you go out of the country, but you do need a multiple entry. Just make sure you have that one if you do intend to leave. And of course, next year, if you paid 38 this year, next year it'll be 26 because you've already got the non-immigrant and that's included in the price you would have paid this year. But I might be talking out my backside. Maybe you went to immigration and done it yourself. Right, Chris. Sorry, I'm being stupid, but what is the link for, Peter? No, you're not being stupid. What it is, Chris, I was a bit, let's not use the word drunk, but I'd had a few beers last week, like I will do tonight. And at the end, I just thought, this mic's going a bit funny. Hang on, guys, let me get this so you can hear me. I just thought at the end last week, I thought for a bit of a game, not a game, for a laugh, I thought, right, let's bring a few. I brought Yours Travels into the stream. And we're talking, somebody said, oh, I wouldn't mind coming in their stream. I said, well, come in then. And I sent this link out, but to get the link to people, what they had to do was email me. And then I copied them, pasted the link into their email and sent it back to them. And in the end, there was like 7, this one that you can see of me, there was 7, 8, there was me and 7 other people. I can only fit a maximum of 10 people. I don't know if it's me and 9 people or me and 10 people. So what I'll do at the end, just before I end, I'll get the link out and the first 10 who grab it will come in, and then we can just have a little chat for 10 minutes before we go. You just got to remember, turn your volume down. The main thing to remember is if you've got external speakers, turn them away from you because the mic picks up and it feeds back. If you've got a laptop, turn the sound right down, or anything, turn the sound down to a minimal so you can just about hear without it. Otherwise, it will feed back. But we'll try that. We'll try that at the end. Right, if I still feel like it. Right, Mike, Peter, how many girls are you going to bar find? Oh, a gentleman never speaks. Right, Craig M. Hi, Peter. Good stream earlier. Lots of interesting facts. I'll tell you what, when you do a stream with somebody, normally when you do a stream with somebody, the main reason to do that stream, it's you know, at the end of the day, we're trying to get people to watch our videos, right? YouTube's what I do now. And to bring an interesting person on like Brian, it makes a good stream. But the thing about Brian, he is a very, very knowledgeable guy. Sometimes he might not come across, but he's very well connected in Pattaya. He knows what he's doing. He's a good businessman. He gets a lot of ribbon, like he gets trolls after him, and because of the nature of what he does. And you know, but he is very, very knowledgeable. He's very good. And I did a video with him about 5 months ago, and this is it kind of to match up the time because he's 6 hours ahead. It was 10:30 at night for him. We finished about midnight. So you know, to get Brian on was quite difficult, but he made a lot of sense. And the good thing about Brian is I can ask him a question, just sit back and know he's not going to cock up because he talks sense. And he's got a very kind of dry sense of humor that I like. You know, we were talking about saying certain things on YouTube, what you can and what you can't say. And he said to me, he said, oh, that's not that bad. He said, I made a video called 24 Ways to Have a Wank. And I'm like, God, don't say that, Brian. But apparently he did. Right. First super chat there. Thank you. Tony 999 for what have you heard about the digital nomad / T visas? I have multiple advanced degrees in tech. Would such a visa be better than the B visa? So okay. Thank you for the super chat, Tony. You're talking about the IT visa. I won't get into it in a really long way. I'll just give you the bare bones, as it were. So there is a special visa coming out, or it's already out, where if you're an IT specialist, you can come in for a very long term. I think it's 10 years, something like that. But in order to get that visa, it's quite difficult. You've got to have a good history and prove that I think it's something like the last 5 years you've worked for big companies, and it's quite complicated. I don't think you should rely on a YouTube guy like me to get the information. If you type it into Google or look on something like the Tiger, one of the Examiner, one of those sort of Thai periodicals, you will get it if you look for it. I do know about it, and I know the basics, but I don't want to give you wrong information. But they're introducing all these new visas, aren't they? Okay. I know that wasn't the answer you were looking for, and thanks for the super chat, but I don't want to give you any bullshit. I'd rather, if I don't know, I'll tell you. I'm not sure. Right, leaving England, you can get a single re-entry for 12,000 baht at the airport. But that's a lot of money. 12,000. I can get a multiple entry from an agent for 5,000. So if you've got a 1-year retirement visa and you want to go home every 3 months to visit whoever, then that's 12,000 bahts. That's a lot of money, whereas if you get the one that's 5,500 from an agent, that lasts you all year. Yeah, JB said, don't worry, Chris, there's no stupid questions. Right, Chris. Stephen Roberts, I stayed at the Adelphi Suites in 2018. Nice hotel rooms, good location. Gym is usable, only about 150 meters from the main action and train station. That's what I said, Chris. It's very close to the train, the BT. The only thing is when you go out at night, there is a bar or two in Soy, but most of the kind of beer bar areas is on the other side of Sukhumvit. So you got Soy 5 with a German beer bar and that new complex of beer bars. You've got Soy/7. There's bits and pieces down there. Of course, on this side you can walk down to Nana, can't you? It's quite close. You can put a link in a community post. I don't have a community post, old Dutch Frank. Don't forget, I'm a bit of a dinosaur. I'm not really a techie. I mean, you see all these pictures of doing stuff. Right, I'm gonna say, let me just say, Day State Fox. Because I know you moderate for some people. So you've become a member. Great, thank you for that. Now let me just see how do I do this. Hang on, there we are. Hang on, wrong one. Oh, I'll have to copy your. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I can't do it while the stream's on, but Day State, I'll put you in as a moderator because I was talking to Franco about you afterwards. Apparently, he knows you. I thought I could just. I thought I could press these 3 dots and it'd just let me. Oh, you've disappeared completely now. Where are you? Yeah, there you are. Day State Fox became a member. But I'm not sure how to. Maybe I can't do it while it's streaming, but I will do it anyway. Right, Leroy 420, not Jeff now. It's changed. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Right, Bob, how you doing? Here we go. Bob J. Hello, Peter and everyone. I missed a bit of the stream, but listening now. Well, you've had a long day, haven't you? You went to it wasn't I know it wasn't a car show. It was, what did you call it? It was a breakfast meet or something like that. But yeah, glad you're in, Bob. Glad you're in. Okay, Martin Ryder, put the link in the chat at the end. Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll get it done. It's going to be a free for all, isn't it? I'm not going to disappear because somebody quite rightly said, what happens if you bring someone in and they say the wrong thing? So I've got to have my finger on the button, haven't I, ready? Right, Paul Shackleton. Peter, have you heard from Damien? I hope he's having a good time. I wondered about Damien, but the thing with Damien, Paul, he's when I go to Thailand, I've got a laptop, I've got to buy a SIM at the airport. You know, when I finish my evening, I go to Hooters, order a pint of beer, real nice pint of beer in Hooters, and I check all my comments and my emails. But Damien's not like that. When Damien's got a kind of a life over there. He's got a 60. He's been with a girl for 16 years. He's got a house up in Buriram with her. He hadn't seen her for 2 years, so he's doing about 10 days in the village, and then he's gone down to Pattaya. But I said to Damien, I said, look, when you get back, mate, just give me a call on Saturday afternoon's good. Everyone's out the house. I said, call me on a Saturday afternoon. I haven't heard anything because he took basically. That's a long way of telling you what he does. When he gets to Thailand, he turns his phone off, and it doesn't go on again until he's just about, well, when he lands in London. So until he gets back, I won't know. Gemini Star again says, Brian Flowers is a great guest. He was a good guest. Right, let me just see. Brian showed me how to work out how far behind the chats I am. So, I'm way, about 5 minutes behind. Right. Okay. So yeah, Day Safe Fox. I'll get you in as a moderator somehow. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask someone how to do it. I thought I just pressed the 3 dots, but it says block user, so we don't want to do that. Right. Okay. Right. The crab. Sherlock Holmes begging for a spanner. No, not at all. Mike, what's that, Mike? It's very hard to get a smart visa. Would probably be better off getting an educational work visa. Yeah, that's what it's called, a smart visa, isn't it? Yeah. There's a lot of options. If you're going into Thailand, I'd go and see an agent, a good agent, and see what they can do for you. Andy Holmes, if you get your moderators to share the link, people can copy and paste it then. Ah, okay. I think I know what you mean. We'll work it out. We'll get it done. Right. Okay. Just get rid of this idiot. Hang on. Right. He's gone. Right. Dutch Frang, what you saying? The fake Monger and yeah. Well, Brian called himself king of the toilet seats or something like that because he reckons he's got more toilets in his bars than anyone else in Thailand. He says, I'm fed up of being in competition. Who's got the most bars? Who's got the most this? Who's got the most that? And so he called himself like the king of the toilets or something like that. So I thought I've got to match him, and I can't just put Peter up. So I thought I'd call myself the fake Monger this week. Right, yeah, Shaggy Rogers. Hello, Peter, the fake Monger. Right, your name. How do I say that? Is it? I'll have a go. Ho Nat Juan. Probably totally wrong. Staying at Conrad near Nana Christmas. Any good gents clubs near there? You know, if you're into your gents clubs, you're probably better off taking a trip down to Pattaya for a while. They've got lots of them down there. Yeah, absolutely correct. Mary Jane says, I just realised what the last name is, Rotten Crutch. I heard a rumour Brian spells his name with a Y. It is. It's B-R-Y-A-N, not B-R-I-A-N, as it normally is. Right, Michigan Bob, do any of the 26 old bars in Petrobras Strip from the 60s still exist? I doubt it. I don't know. I can't give you an exact yes or no, but I doubt it. You know, it's changed so much even from when I first went there in the 90s. I mean, a lot of people don't realize, they think that when the GIs used to have R&R in Bangkok, when the Vietnam War was on and after, some of them hung around. I don't know if you remember a bar called the Three Roses in Nana. It's gone now. It's where Spanky's is. So, you know, when you walk into, hang on, I'll forget the question otherwise. Hang on, let me put that back up. Right. So, you know, when after the Vietnam War, because it went on throughout the 70s, people relate the Vietnam War to the 60s, but it went on right to the mid sort of 70s. And when you walk into Nana and go up the stairs on the right, you turn right and there's 2 bars, Spanky's. Well, they used to be 2 bars. The first bar was called the Three Roses, and next to it you had another bar called the Hog's Breath. There for years, ever and a day. And a friend and me, when we went to Nana, we'd always start off in the Three Roses because you could sit out on the kind of balcony there, have a drink, and you could watch everybody coming in, and it was quite a nice place to sit. Well, the point of that story is because the owners, I can't remember the second guy, but one guy was called Steve, and they actually flew helicopters in the Vietnam War. And after the Vietnam War, you know, obviously they managed to save up a lot of money, salary and that. They're nothing to spend it on when they're at war, are they? And yeah, they were flying Huey helicopters in the Vietnam War, and they opened this bar in Nana, the Three Roses, and I used to go and have a chat with Steve and the other guy. But it's all, you know, it's all in the days gone by, isn't it? It's all gone now. So the reason I'm telling you that story is because I'm leading up to what Michigan Bob says. So during that era, a lot of people think that Patpong was the GI's hangout. They started it off, and that was the famous place, but it wasn't. Where the GIs, they did migrate over there later, but where the GIs, where the number one kind of hangout for the GIs during the Vietnam War and after the Vietnam War, it was New Petrobras Road. And where New Petrobras Road is, if you imagine you come out of Nana, there's a junction, yeah, and you look over there, Soi 3, you go down Soi 3, you got the Grace Hotel on the right. Well, right at the end of Soi 3, you know that main road, that's Petrobras Road. And that's where the GIs used to hang out. And then they migrated over to Patpong and all over, actually. But, you know, if you look up the history of all that sort of thing, it's very, very interesting. Right. James, have you blocked me, Peter? You've skipped over all my... No, why would I block you, James? James, what you got to remember, there's nearly 300 people in the stream now, and everybody's commenting. And I do read a lot of your comments out. I read a lot of everybody's out, but I miss a lot of everybody's as well. And I haven't seen any lately. There's one there, look, that's yours. Not that far behind after skipping over. Oh, come on, James. Right. No, I don't. You know, regulars in here, I don't skip over them. But what happens if you're reading a comment and then you talk about something like I just did, and then you move to the next comment and then the next one, then you're talking, you do it like that. By the time you get to sort of the later comments, you're 40 minutes behind, and what you're talking about, nobody knows because it was a comment from half an hour ago. So sometimes you have to, when you finish talking, you have to jump past a block of them and go to some of the newer ones, like I've just done now. The latest one is from James Casey, laugh out loud. So there you go. Richard Woolley, hello Mongers. Right, Leroy 420. Are you out there, Franco? I haven't seen you tonight, your handsome face. It was your birthday last night. I know you went out for a meal. Show us your face. Right, Leroy 420. In the competitions, can you leave the photos up as well? Like when you're answering questions, always find it hard to remember them when you go through who's wrong. Maybe it's just me. Thank you, Day State Fox, for that. That's genuine. No more, please. No more. That's it. Thank you. And I do really appreciate it. Honestly, I do. I wasn't expecting any more. I won't say anything about earlier, but I was quite shocked. But Brian filled me in a little bit about your background and what have you. So I do feel I sort of know you a little bit now. Right, bear with me a sec. Right. Okay, now I forgot the question. What were we talking about? Okay, Leroy 420. Well, Leroy 420, it kind of wouldn't be the same competition because what I do, let's just say find the Thai lady. You put 8 pictures up, okay? I leave them for a minute. They're only 8 pictures. When you look at them, you're going to make a choice. You're going to say, no, she's not Thai. She's not Thai. I think she's Thai. And you're going to make a note of the number. And that's the answer you're going to give, isn't it? So you know what you've picked. And as I'm going through, I'll tell you, when you say number 4, I'll say, no, number 4 is wrong or it's right. And then after we've finished, then I show the card with the answer. So you see it, but to leave it up there, it just wouldn't work. So I don't think I can do it like that. Yes, Petrabury was a place in the 80s, but not now. Not even Patpong now. It's Sukhumvit until the next one starts. The stories are recorded today. You'll hear them next week. But there was a guy, he was only a young guy, and he was staying in a hotel in Sukhumvit, and he woke up at 9, had his breakfast. And in the story, he says, I made my way to Patpong. He got there about 10:30 in the morning. He went into a bar, and I thought, that's a bit strange, 10:30 in the morning. But then I thought about it. I thought, yeah, the bars in Patpong, they used to be open all day, all evening, and most of the night. You know, yeah, you could go to a go-go bar at sort of 10 in the morning, you know, and I forgot about that. Right, then, I've just read that one, haven't I? Right, let's go down to some of the newer ones. Yeah, look, I like that. He's not taking the mickey, but it's quite funny. Frankie De Rosa, I see you now. I'm going to put you right. Look, Mara says, "All hail, Day State Fox." Yeah, I know what you mean. Right, okay, Ryan. If you want to stand out, donate. No, I put that there. I don't. You know, I don't look at the comments before I read them. I just read them. I'm not an e-beg. You know, if people are kind enough and they drop me $10 or whatever. Yeah, of course, who doesn't like money? No, nobody's going to come on and say I don't like money, but I wouldn't ask for money. That's you know, like I've said to you guys many times before, if I didn't get a single super chat, I'd still be here. I'd still do it because why? Because I got my beer, I got my little nip of whiskey later. We'll bring everybody in like we did, or 10 people anyway. And yeah, well, you know, I'm not going to ask for it. Right. The Wutong Life, Peter, where are all the tourists? Thailand is open, but they're not coming. I'm going to Thailand 2 weeks. Seems most of the girls are staying in the village. I hear two sides to that, the Wutong Life, because I speak to people all the time. And like Brian today, he said it's busy. There are tourists there. But what you've got to remember, airfares are very, very expensive at the moment. I was going to nip over for 2 weeks last week, £2,000. I'm not paying that. I'm booked for October. I've got my ticket on Thai Airways, 705. I could have took Taiwanese Airlines. I got a ticket for 623. I prefer Thai Airlines because I can change my ticket easier in Bangkok. But yeah, I mean, people don't want to pay $2,000 for an economy seat, do they? $4,000, I think it is for business. Right, Franco, I've been here. You gone scream blind, Mr. Hopkins. Yes, I have. Okay. Franco, how do I oh no, I'll ask you later. It's all right. Right, sis, that's somebody new tonight. Wouldn't Tatis, I just come back from Thailand a few weeks ago, and plenty of people found more and more bra and restaurants and malls once closer slowly. Oh, well, you know what, guys, honestly, I mean, lap it up, because when I was there in December, you've seen the video I made in December. I mean, the bars were closed at 9 o'clock. You know, I was locked in a hotel room for my first night there. There were no tourists. You know, there was no one. I went in to stumble in. It was like, well, there were people there, you know, but it must be a lot. I'll find out in October, but it must be a lot. You know, yeah, Day State Fox says all my savings. He'll be phoning me tomorrow. You wouldn't mind giving me some of that back, will you? Right, cashier. If upset because a free massage, was it, or message was not read on stream, you're free to demand a refund. Yeah, okay. Right now, Sheila, how you doing? Did you get my email about your name? I think you wrote back to me, but I'm kind of getting senile, so I can't remember. Right. Let's say good evening to Sheila the Semi-Farang, our only female in the stream tonight. Right. I don't know about other countries, but UK Netflix has a German. Yeah. It has here. Yeah. Has a German movie, has English German Thai called Patpong. Worth a watch. It's 10 years old, but a good watch. That's the one where the German boy falls for the girl, and she actually turns out to be a lady boy, right? He goes with his family. It's a very good movie, actually. A little bit slow, but watchable. So look, the title's there. Watch it later. Right. Right, Capio, I'm glad you're in, because I mentioned you earlier. And I'll tell you why I'm glad you're in, because at the end of the stream with Brian, I said hi to the view. Thank you very much for viewing. Thank you very much for all the super chats. Thank you very much for all the members. Thank you, Brian. Thank you just for my PC for working. But you know what? I didn't say thank you to the moderators, you and Franco. So thank you. Okay, I forgot. And of course, Franco was on the phone after the stream bollocking me. So there you go, Cappy. Right. Paul Hoskins says, Patpong, that's my home. I'm surprised at that, Paul, because unfortunately, Patpong's kind of had its day, hasn't it? Okay. Hey, Caps. Yeah. Right. I'm still trying to work out. Maybe you can help me out, Cappy. I'm trying to add Day State Fox as a moderator here. I thought you just pressed the 3 dots and you could add, but it just says put user in timeout or block user. More the merrier, really. Right. Michigan Bob again. Back then, Nana was a hotel with all-night coffee shop. Yeah, that's right. Where the bar girls hung out after hours. Petrabury was the R&R strip. Yeah. I mean, the Nana Hotel, when well, not when I arrived, but probably up to 20 years ago, maybe 10 years, I don't know. But you know, now when you go into the Nana Hotel, it's a small coffee shop, isn't there? Well, before Hooters was there was a bar there. It was a Thai bar. Forget the name of it, but quite small. It had the same frontage as Hooters, but it didn't go all the way back inside like Hooters does. It's a very deep bar now. When it was a Thai bar, it was a very shallow bar. I mean, you had a bar on the road and then the bottles were kind of just behind. So all that space that you see in Hooters, once you get to say the bar in Hooters, well, not even that far, the whole length of Hooters, that was part of the Nana coffee shop, but they chopped the Nana coffee shop to make way for Hooters, so it's quite small now. But you're quite right, Bob. I mean, in the old days, you could stay in Nana till virtually 5 o'clock in the morning, and then you migrated over to the Nana coffee shop. They had a disco, old word, isn't it? But they had a disco in the Nana Hotel called Angels. Do you remember that? That was all night, owned by a guy called Rick. He's in Cambodia now. And yeah, but you're right. All the girls used to be sitting around the lobby and all that, you know. I won't read that out, but I'll put it up. I don't know about that one, Martin. Phone me later. Right. Right. Michigan Bob says again, some of us who were stationed in Bangkok went there because the girls were younger. Okay. Right. Right. Mark Hanley. Petrabury good for freelancers back in the day. Okay. Okay. Capio says, big up Day State and Studi. Okay. Right, let's get missing loads of way behind the comments here. Right, HFC says, I've booked for the 11th of October from Manchester, £785. A little bit more than I paid. I got £63 worth of insurance as well. And I paid £705 plus 63 for the insurance. Right, James, I better put your comment up or I'll be getting complaints coming in again. I still love Patpong. If you know where to go, can be great. I know Patpong like the back of my hand, but I still think it's had its day. It's look when I go to if I'm having a night out with say Simon, somebody like that, I go out. What I like to do is maybe go to Patpong first because Simon lives in Bangna, and that's Patpong is Ceylon is kind of halfway between where he lives and Sukhumvit. So I'll take the Sky Train over to Ceylon, Saladang, is it? And then change at CM Square, and I'll meet him then. We'll have a few drinks. The Pink Panthers are a very good club. I forget who left that comment who said, oh, it was you, James. You said it's very good if you know where to go. Well, the Pink Panther is very good. It's amazing. They set that boxing ring up. You've got all these go-go girls dancing. It stops, and within minutes, they've got a boxing ring up, and they've got all that, traditional Thai music, and they're boxing, aren't they? That's a good bar. I don't really like the one upstairs. Is it the Gondolier? Okay, Mike, when I was looking at differences in prices for package holidays or doing it separately, I was looking at different airports in the UK. They were expensive. I put Dublin in, it was £500 cheaper, but you got to get to Dublin, haven't you? I know it's not the end of the world, but it's a lot of messing around, isn't it? With me, I just wait till October. Okay, Studi, yes. Click on Daystate's name in YouTube chat, the 3 dots. Yeah, it don't work. Yes, click on Daystate's name in the YouTube chat, the 3 dots at thailandbound. Yeah, but it's not, because that's what somebody told me. And when I click the 3 dots, there's only 2 options: put user in timeout or block the user. Well, I'm not going to block him, am I? That's weird why it doesn't bring that up. Okay, so I've just seen another one from you there, Sheila. Right. Yeah, replied to your email, Peter. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Sorry, being a bit of a credit. I will call you, Sheila. I will call you. I'm a bit like you. What happens with me when I finish my day? I've had a shower. I sit down. I grab a beer. I'm sitting there watching Soldier or something like that. And and then I suddenly think of things that I've forgotten in the day. And I think, I forgot to ring Sheila. I think the best time to ring you is when I'm out with my dog about 7:30, because that's when I'm sort of done and dusted now. I walk the dog for about half an hour and then I can talk to you. I'll try and ring you this week about, I don't know if 7:30 is not good for you, let me know. That's when I go out with the dog, Right, Red Hammer. Always flew Emirates, but their fares went insane. Very good airline, Emirates, very good airline. But I don't like stopping off in the Middle East. Some people swear by it because what they do, they say, well, look, you go for, like Bob Gier in London there. You go out, you fly for 6 hours. I tell you what, while I'm telling you this, I'm going to crack open a beer. So some people like it because you fly out for 6 hours to Dubai. They let you off the aircraft for a couple of hours. You have a stroll around Dubai airport. And I checked these now. Somebody told me, was it Yours Travels? It's 4.6% where he is. Mine's 4.8. I didn't believe him. Then he took a picture and showed me. And so I checked them now. Yeah, so Bob likes to go through the Middle East. And so what he said to me, he said, well, I do 6 hours. I can stretch my legs for 2 hours, get back on the plane, and then I do another 6 hours to Bangkok, and it breaks the journey up. And of course, I can certainly see why that would be appealing, but it's not for me because I like to take the night flight. And what I do, as soon as I'm through, I go into the bar, I have a few beers, I get on the plane. Of course, I have the complimentary drink and the peanuts, whatever. And then they bring the meal round. I have a glass of wine with that. And then I'm knocked out, and that's it. And I'm normally woke up by them serving the breakfast. So when I get into Bangkok about 3:30, I feel a bit tired, but I don't need to sleep. I can go straight out about 5 o'clock. Anyway, guys, cheers. Oh, it's quite hot today. It's really good, that is. Right, okay. Right. Soothing medication from Ireland, you need to book separate sectors. If you try to from Ireland return, one company is double the UK price. Yeah, I don't think it's something I'd want to get into. Daystate Fox, you said you're on the water and ice. Do you not drink then? I mean, I try not to get pissed because I think that's not very good. We know people who get pissed on live streams, don't we? I mean, very, very pissed. You know what I'm on about. And I do like a drink, but I try not to get sloshed. There are people who try and encourage me. But I'm trying to keep the streams down to a maximum of 2 hours now. I was doing 4-hour streams. JB, Sheila Frang, I'm always here if you want a phone call. I'll put he's trying to chat you up, Sheila, on a live stream. You dirty man, JB. Right, Citizen Mikey. You got. I don't think you'll have much chance, JB, because Sheila's actually got a girlfriend in Thailand. She likes girls, so fair play to her. But yeah, you can phone me. Right, Citizen Mike and even Peter, looking forward to the vlogs with the GoPro. Yeah, I've got a case for it now. Look, never used it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I bought all sorts of bits of kit. So I've got something on straps around here for the motorbike. Yeah, thanks for that super chat, Mikey. Right, Keenock, bird shit. Patpong was great back in the day. There was a nightclub at the back. Was it called the King's Club? That was a place on the corner where all the lady boys are now, or were. I was young and the freelancers were slim and stunning in 97. Yeah, I was there in 97. Okay, Andrew Holmes. I was going to book Eva Air. They're really reasonable at the price, but I'm a bit worried with booking with that because of the current conflict with Taiwan and China. Yeah, I was talking to somebody else about that today, and they said, "Oh, what are you going to worry about? They're not going to shoot the plane down." And it's not that, but you think about it. If something did happen, you know, the last thing that's on the mind of those stewardesses is getting you lot back to London, isn't it? They want to get back to their families. So it's not being paranoid. You're just trying to cover your bets, as it were. Andy Holmes says, I should have said that, Andy, sorry. I was going to, it was you who said it. That's all right. Yeah. Right, Red Hammer. Right, with this trip on Swissair, it's 10 hours from Zurich after 19 minutes from London. At least we'll be in bed. I'll get some kit. I hear you, but I'm 62 now. When I was sort of traveling when I was 25, 28, I didn't mind all that like milk runs and round robins and getting off here and it was fine. But now, I'm too long in the tooth. I just want to get on the plane, fall asleep, wake up, and I'm in Thailand, Sheila again. JB, if you got some soft C cups and a 22-inch waist, will a face that could win Miss Thailand? You have a deal. 555, not giving up my wag steak for a pound saver McDonald's. Sorry. Oh, Sheila, I'm not going to get on the wrong side of you. Leonardo, evening fellow mongers. Okay. Hey, then, we're different, Peter. Do you want to be out for the flight? For me, it's part of the holiday. Yeah, I hear you, Aiden, but I've been doing it for. Don't forget, I used to fly a lot when I was in the hotels. When I had I used to work in the hotels, and they would fly me around. I've been doing that flying, like serious flying, since I was 26, 25. Honestly, flying since 25, 26. Probably done thousands of flights. Lost touch. So last thing I want to do is spend my holiday on an aeroplane. Geezers, good evening, Peter. North London in the house. Apologies for not being here on Friday night. Went to a Thai restaurant in Stock Newton with 3 lads. 13 days to touchdown in Bangkok. Well, good, fair play to you. 13 days. I've got about, I reckon about 45 days and I'm there. Okay. Mark Hanley says, did it in April, Martin. Will never use Ryan Air again. Change loads of extras and hit me with a charge for the boarding pass at Gatwick. I've only flown Ryan Air once. I went to East Germany. I'm a bit of a Second World War buff. I like anything Second World War, especially aviation. And I've always wanted to visit Colditz Castle. They had the movie about it in the old black and white movie. It was on every Sunday night, Colditz, about the persistent escapers. Douglas Bader and all that was in there. And I always wanted to visit, and you couldn't visit Colditz up until 1990 because it was in East Germany, and then the wall came down and everything. And I actually went to visit Colditz. I've actually stood in the prisoners' courtyard, the real Colditz. Very, very interesting. It's not like a castle here in the UK where they rope everything off and you've got attendants and you can't go there and they've got signs and nobody there. I was there in the winter. I went in, I couldn't find anybody. I stood in Colditz Castle. Where is everyone? Right. Okay. Jace Reed, hi Peter. Been back 3 months now. Loving being back. Nothing beats this place. I presume you're in Thailand. You're not talking about the UK for sure. Chris, on flights like Emirates, etc., that stop in Dubai, is it very rare to lose your hold luggage? The concept of 2 6-hour flights in economy is more appealing, even though I love Thai Airways A380. I don't think people lose their bags, Chris, because once you check it in, even if you have to change aircraft, you don't have to collect your bag. And then normally, I'm saying, you don't normally have to collect your bag, because when I used to send my wife to South Korea on holiday, with the kids and stuff. She lives in a. Thank you, James. I'll get back to you in a sec. My wife lives in a place called Busan. That's where our family are. It used to be formerly be called Busan. It's right in the south of Korea. So when I used to send her back, she used to have to fly. I mean, I did cheap tickets because there were 3 of them. So they'd fly. It was a lot. It was a tough flight, you know. I mean, they used to fly from Heathrow to Finland, and then from Finland to China, then China to Seoul, and then they had to get a local flight down to Busan, and then do the same on the way back. I mean, I know it's hard, but it used to cost me back then. I mean, it was like £3,000 in tickets because there were 3 of them, even with discounts, £3,000. And then she was going for 6 weeks in the school holidays, so it was no point sending her for less than 6 weeks because of the cost of the tickets. And you know, so I used to have to give her. I didn't have to, but I used to give her at least £1,000 to £1,500, sometimes £2,000 spending money. You know, so that's the only way I could do it. Right, James, super work for 2 streams on a Sunday. Let's have a drink in the Pink Panther. Yeah, for old time's sake, my old starting point back in the day. I forgive you for sticking my comics. Okay, there you go. And thanks for the super chat. Right, there's another one there somewhere. Let me just say thank you to Kevin. Kevin's always very generous. Super sticker. Thank you, Kevin. 20 Australian dollars. I've done well today, haven't I? I'll have to. Right, I owe Brian Flowers a dinner. I owe Ed Sweeney a dinner. I think that's it. I think I'm all right after that. Okay, Sheila. See, Sheila, you're in the minority. I read all of your comments out because you're the only female in the stream at the moment, because sometimes I do get more. So you get priority on the comments, you see. So you put a nomad overseas. I know I was surprised too. I know Thai girls are petite, but hey, I'm not complaining. Easier to throw her around. You dirty devil. During aerobics. You know, Sheila, you know when you invited me for dinner with you and your girlfriend, is it only dinner or I'm only joking? Right, let's have a look. And I am only joking, Sheila, don't get worried. You called me your dad before, your second dad. Right, and Mike, I work on the coaches, just call me Jimmy Savile. Right, I work on the coaches as a driver. Doing Manchester to London and back is bad enough. Never mind Dublin. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Oh, here we go. No, it's Dutch franc. It's not Pusang. It's I forgot now. Pusan. 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 Yeah, but it's now Busan. Like Mumbai used to be Bombay. Do you remember? It was Bombay when I was there. It's Mumbai now, isn't it? Sheila, Leroy 420. Honestly, if you're under 30, hang out near a university. Blimey, Sheila, I'm beginning to think you're in. Well, you're female, so you can't be too much of a perv. Well, you could be a perv. Right, the Wutong Life again says, all the videos show Phuket very slow. See, again, I got a comment from somebody on the stream earlier. We were talking about Phuket, and somebody was asking about it, and somebody left a comment and said, I'm in Phuket now, and it's very, very busy, a lot of tourists. All the videos show Phuket very slow and Pattaya slow. All of you saying there is plenty of people. It's nowhere as close to the amount of people in 2019 are offended. Well, that's understandable, isn't it? Because the tickets are so expensive right now. Right, there's a few things you've got to think about, okay? Firstly, the tickets are expensive. Why are they expensive? Because they're always expensive this time of year because it's a kids' summer holidays, right? Secondly, people haven't been able to go to Thailand for about 2 to 3 years because of all the Rona and all the rest of it. So everybody, now that the Thailand pass has gone everywhere, everyone's like, right, I'm going to go Thailand now. So of course that pushes prices up. It's supply and demand. And don't forget everything that's going on around in the world. Look at the energy prices. They reckon £6,000 a year from next March or something like that. You know, fuel to go in your car. A lot of the guys who go over to Thailand, you know, they're living on, you know, they're not like poor. They've got company pensions and stuff. But once petrol goes up to £2 a litre of diesel, you know, and you're getting these huge energy bills in. Food prices are going up 30%. You know, not everybody can say, well, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to Thailand. You know, I mean, it is going to affect it. So of course it's going to be quieter now, but let's wait till the high season this year. Now that the Thailand pass has gone and it's flexible, prices are coming down on airfares in October, November. Traditionally, you know, November, December, beginning of January, that's high season. Let's judge it then, and I think it's going to be we're going to be talking differently to how we are now. There's a lot of elements. I'm not an expert, but I can see what's going on around us, you know, and you've got to take all that into consideration. Right, geezers. Has anyone heard about the 45-day visa kicking in and when I'm thinking of extending my stay. Yeah, I'll tell you very, very briefly, because we spoke about this in detail, geezers, on Friday. If certain countries only get 15 days when they enter, places like India, China, several others, I don't know them all, right, but they get 15 days. They're going to extend that to 30 days. If you come from countries like the US, Europe, the UK, Australia, you get 30 days on arrival normally. Now, they're doing a bit of a promotion. They're starting on the 1st of October for 6 months till the 30th of March, okay? They're not, you're quite right, you will get 45 days instead of 30 days. As I'm always saying, it's not a visa, it's a visa exempt stamp. That's what it is. So when you go in from the UK, you're in the UK, you'll get 30 days, and then you would have to renew it or leave the country. From the 1st of October, you'll get 45 days. And I'm going the first week in October. I haven't planned it. I'm just lucky. So I'll get 45 days. The plan at the moment is once it gets to the 30th of March, they're going to stop it. It's a 6-month promotion. The reason the reason that they've decided to do it, they're trying to increase the numbers over the high season, get some money into the purses of the vendors and the shopkeepers and everybody who's been suffering for the last 2 years. At the end of March, they said they're going to end it, but knowing the Thai Tourist Authority, knowing them, if it goes really well, I wouldn't be surprised if they extended that for a year. Who knows? I'm just guessing. Right, Stu D. I'm going to Thailand next. Oh, I've done that already, haven't I? I'm going sort of trying to. If I go to the latest comments and I start to run out, I go back up again to try and find the ones that I've missed. That's why sometimes I double read them. Leonardo says, Sheila the semi-farang, sounds like you're on fire tonight. Probably going to see a girlfriend quite soon, getting excited, you know. I wanted to get Sheila on here. Well, not on here, maybe an interview, and she's agreed to do it. But the problem is, I don't want to give too much away. I can't tell you anything because it could give it away. Obviously, she's female. I can't really say anything. I wanted to get her on for an interview because she's got a Thai girlfriend, right? We'll just come out with it. And I wanted to get her on an interview and talk about it. But the problem is she's got a very, very good job. Obviously, she can't let her colleagues see it. She's very easy to identify from where she is in the country, her race and everything. And it would be very hard to disguise. And she said she might do it with a mask on. But, being responsible, I'm a bit paranoid, even with a mask on, because of her accent, where she comes from, the color of her skin and everything. And I don't want to put anybody in the firing line, as it were. And as much as it would make a good video, I don't want to, be responsible for somebody not losing their job, but you know what I mean. It's easy to say, oh yeah, it'll be fine. It's my channel, it'll be a good video, but you got to think of other people as well, haven't you? Hedge fund, how are you doing? Right, a nomad overseas. Cashier, yeah, have only used Express for work stuff, but not tested with streaming. We'll check Nord now. They have good deals where if you sign up for 2 years, you get 70% off. Nord, I'm presuming you're talking about VPN, virtual private network. They're good to have when you're in Thailand. Not so much that you're trying to hide what you're doing, but for instance, if you like Netflix, when you're in Thailand, you don't get the same programs. Also with VPN, there's quite a lot of sites that are banned in Thailand, so you can, you're just best having one. You can watch what you want then. Only in Thailand says, my last trip was in high season, November 2019, and only cost me 500 baht with Emirates. Okay. Look, I don't normally do this on a Sunday, but it's very difficult when you're on your own. And we've been going now for just nearly an hour. I need to just take a breather. So what I'm going to do, I don't like to repeat myself. I'm going to put the Monger Minute on for a minute that we had on Friday. So you've all seen it, I think. So I'll just do this for a minute and it'll give me a chance to top up and get my breath and everything. Okay. You'd be surprised how that 1 minute. You'd be surprised how that gives me time to sort of do a few bits and pieces here. But I just want to. I'm sure he doesn't mean it in a very nasty way, but I'm just going to put this up. It says, Kashi says, I was not impressed with Friday's Monger Minute. Previous week was better, but maybe that's just me. I'll give you my standard reply to that. Please visit my refunds department. Okay. No, I mean, they can't, seriously though, they can't all be the best. You know, sometimes people listen to the stories and they'll write and they'll say, that's the best story you've ever told on your channel. Or they'll write in and say, the stories this week weren't that great, but I listened to them. You know, when you're doing the same thing every week, but you're changing you're doing the same format, but you're changing the content. Of course, they're not all going to be globe winners, are they? They're not all going to be the best you've ever done. But that's what makes the special ones special, because when you do them every week and then you do that one special one and it stands out, that's what makes it special. I thought it was okay, the Monger Minute. I'll have a new one for you on Friday. But it is what it is, as they say. Clive, I'm not reading that out. Right, Mark Saunders. Hi, Peter. A good stream. Could interview Sheila, but blur her face. Well, if I blur her face, it will be boring, right? Because it would be just a blurred face. We thought about a mask. I'm still thinking about what we can do. But the thing is, Sheila's got quite a strong accent from the area she lives in the UK. And I've got to be careful, right? It's just she's very she's very easy to identify, and she has offered, but like I keep saying, I don't want to put her in the firing line because she's got a good job, she's got colleagues, she obviously doesn't want to know her personal life. So I haven't dismissed it. I will talk to Sheila. I'll phone her up and we'll have a little chat and see what we can come up with, because you know, if you interview someone and you can't see anything of it, it's just me talking to her, you know, over there, and there's nothing there, it's going to be boring for you, isn't it? Right, JB, enjoying the Monger Minute, dancing around the kitchen in my underpants. I'll throw one shapes later. Okay. And the thing is, somebody else said to me, oh, the Monger Minute, they're all Korean girls. They're everything. They're Chinese, Korean, whatever I can get my hands on. Not personally, but, you know, the Monger Minute. Right, Yoz Travels, what's happening, gang? Later. Yeah, how you doing, Steve? I'm still thinking about doing what I did last week, having a free-for-all at the end, you know, 10 people in. We'll see how it goes. How long have we been going for? An hour. Right. Yeah, I don't. Voice modulator, but then it's going to come across as, I know you can't have your cake and you eat it. I think she can get away with speaking because, you know, let's just say she came from Doncaster. There's hundreds of thousands of people in Doncaster, so she's not going to be easily identified like that. Let me think about it. Oh, here we go. Sheila says, I can use my transatlantic accent, what I used when speaking to colleagues back in the day in Hong Kong. Don't worry, we'll work something out. Wouldn't it be great if you were sat here, Sheila? We could talk like real filth to everybody. You know, that would be something new. Right. Mike B8134. If she's okay with a mask, why don't you let her? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I keep saying I'm thinking about it. I haven't dismissed anything. I'm not, you know, I haven't said I won't. I want to do it. It'd be good for the channel, but, you know, I want to protect her as well. Right. Deke the Trucker says, Peter, for a UK Monger Minute, you would need a wide lens. Oh, absolutely, Deke. Absolutely. Take it you're not driving tonight. Yeah. Okay. What about one of those animal dogging masks? Well, I don't know what a dogging mask is. I don't go dogging. I've never seen anything about dogging, but I will look it up after the stream. Chris says, if Sheila is Nicola Sturgeon, just put a karate mask on her and we'll never guess who she is. Did you, what was it? Who did the impersonations, the female impersonator? And she did Nicholas Sturgeon with a sidekick. What was it, like Mini Me? What was it? I can't remember, but it's really funny, really well done. Right, Yoz Travers won't get me on tonight in a fancy bar on a cruise. Oh, you're on the cruise ship, are you? Very good, very good. Leroy says Wi-Fi working. Yoz has. You'll have to forgive me, Steve. I've got such a bad memory. You did tell me you were going to be on the cruise, and I totally forgot. Happy says, film her with no light, just an outline shadow, but I won't be able to see them, will I? Now, we'll work something out. We'll just put a mask on her and she can turn sideways and, you know. Right, Keenock. I visited Pattaya last week after 3 years. It wasn't firing on all cylinders. It still needs time to recover. They're struggling to get decent girls, but you can still find a few diamonds in the rough. Keenock, you should have gone there in December. If you think it's a bit slow now, December, it was like, you know, it was brutal. It really was. It was a sausage fest. You know what I mean? It really was. Only in Thailand. Has anybody tried the Opera browser? It has a free built-in VPN. I've actually got Opera on here. I've got a few browsers because sometimes I've got Edge, I've got Opera, I've got, is it Firefox? My main browser I use is, I like Chrome, Google Chrome. I couldn't take to Opera. I mean, nothing wrong with it. I can't criticize it. But, you know, sometimes you use something and you just can't get into it. Like Microsoft Edge. I don't like it. You know, if I click something in the email, it automatically opens up Edge. And I know you can look it up and tell it not to open Edge, open Chrome instead, but I'm a bit lazy. I haven't looked yet. Tony says, Jane Goodey impersonated Sturgeon. Yeah, that name isn't familiar. Jane, is it Goody or that? It wasn't her. Maybe a few people impersonated her. Franco, I got a complaint now. Franco, Thailand bound. Can we change the background, please? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, we should get your face up there, Franco. Scare a few people off. I've only got last week's. It's really hard to get new ones here. We'll put that one up again for a while. Right. Okay. Yeah, you should remind me actually because I'm rattling on. I forget. You know what, guys? Honestly, really, I can't wait to get back to Thailand. You know, I've said this a while ago. I'll say it again because I've got to talk about something while I'm pouring my second beer. But you know, I always had this plan. I thought, right, well, what I'll do with Thailand, because me and my wife are splitting up. I thought I'll get myself a nice little pad here in the UK, a 1-bedroom flat, do it up like a real man cave. You know, I'll have a little bar in the lounge. I'll have a big screen TV. You know, a few porn channels, that sort of thing, normal sort of thing. You know. And that was my original. I'm only joking, but that was my idea, to get a flat and maybe carry on doing a bit of work for the council part time. And I thought, well, what I'll do, I'll go to Thailand for a month, 6 weeks, when the schools have the holidays. And I'll tell you what changed it for me. You know, I went in December, and even though it was grim, there wasn't a lot going on. I was on the back of a motorbike, and I was going to the hospital to get my my test, fit to fly test. You know, and the hospital. I've still got the thing here. I don't know if you know this. Very good hospital, actually. It's about 20 minutes from. It's about 20 minutes from Sukhumvit. It's about a quarter of the price. If you rewind this and you know, look it up on Google, you'll get the address and stuff. I don't even know what's in here. Oh, it's the lab report. Yeah, that was the one undetectable. I don't think you can read it, but anyway, going off course here. I don't know why I've still got this. It's 6 months ago. I'll keep it. Yeah, I was on the back of a motorbike going to this hospital, and you know, the traffic was flowing, and I was going through these huge buildings, apartments on each side, you know, and I was in the middle of this really major city, right in the center of it, on the back of this motorbike, wind going through my hair, you know, all these huge apartment buildings, shopping malls, hanging onto the back of this motorbike, you know, and I thought, you know what? This is living, you know, this is a life, you know. Here I am on the back of this bike, wind on my hair, whizzing through the center of Bangkok, you know, and you just feel alive, you know. You're there again, and then you come back to the UK, and everybody's miserable. It gets dark at 3:30 in the winter, you know. Nobody's got any money. Everybody's out to scam you here or cheat you. You know, once you get over 60, what do? You watch TV and, you know, do a bit of gardening or paint the hall or whatever it is. And I was out there, and I just thought, this is living, you know. Okay, I'm getting on a bit, but, you know, I deserve 10 years in the sun, 15 years in the sun. I left school when I was 15. I've never had a day off sick. I'm not looking for sympathy, but, you know, I'm at the age now. I want to enjoy myself a little bit. And, you know, Thailand is a great place to go. But that's actually why I decided to sort of relocate out there. And people have written into me and say, no, you don't want to do that because your age, health, and all the rest of it. But, you know, I do want to do that, honestly, guys. Right. Mary Jane Rotten Crutch. I'm just going to call you Mary Jane. Have fun. Don't do anything we wouldn't. Okay. Okay. Where else? All right. Right. Mark Saunders says, so not long, been back from Pattaya. I went in June. We'll be back in February. Is that still high season? Hang on, say that again. So not long, been back from Pattaya. I went in June. We're very hot, yeah. We'll be back in February. Well, February it's the end of the high season, really, Mark. It's still a good time to go, but between kind of like the real high season is the end of November to, I would say, sort of January time. Not end of November, sort of beginning of November to the end of January. So November, December, January, it cools down to a pleasant 28 degrees, 26 degrees at night. And but if you're going in February, it heats up very, very quickly. I noticed that because when I was there in December, towards the end of December, New Year and everything, it was very cool. It's hot, but it's it's doable, you know. And it goes into December, into January, and I noticed an increase in the heat very, very quickly. But February's okay. I mean, you haven't got the rainy season in February. Rainy season's generally around June onwards, October. It kind of ends. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, Thailand's good any time of the year. It really is. But, you know, you've got to be prepared to, if you don't like heat, you shouldn't be going to Thailand. Where are we? Okay. Daniel Mills said, I love going around Bangkok on motorcycle taxis. Amazing. Yeah, it is kind of a bit dangerous. Motorcycle taxis, some of the guys you go on the back and I don't know if they're trying to impress you or they're just trying to, in a hurry to get you up. But some of them, they are scary. They weave in and out of traffic. You know, they're slinging it around. I'm a big guy, you know, so I do get a little bit frightened sometimes on the back of the bikes, the way some of them drive. And then you'll get on another bike and the guy's, you know, he's very, very careful. He stays to the left, goes very, very slow. I like riding scooters when I'm in somewhere like Hua Hin. You don't need one in Pattaya if you're just up there on holiday. You don't need one in Bangkok, but they're great fun. You know, if you're not going on the highway, they're a great way. You know, you come out your apartment, you go and get your laundry, you've got your own transport. It's great, but don't drink and drive, guys, because, you know, you will go to jail. It's not like the old days. Brian says, good stream earlier. I thought Brian Flowers didn't have a channel anymore. So thanks for letting us know. Well, he lost his channel. I know I don't want to tell you why he lost it. He made a mistake. He did something, I was going to say a bit stupid, but it wasn't a bit stupid because he didn't know. He put some, basically what Brian did, he wanted to show somebody something and he couldn't get Dropbox to work. He couldn't get Google. It just nothing worked. And he thought, I know, I'll put it up on YouTube, but I'll put it as an unlisted video. So what happens if you put it as an unlisted video? Nobody can see it. So I'll upload the stories tomorrow, but I'll put them as unlisted. And then when I want people to see them, I'll put gold for silver and gold members only on Tuesday. And then on Saturday, I'll put release to everybody. Okay. So Brian wanted his friend to see a couple of his friends to see this video, which was a little bit racy, if you know what I mean. And he put it up on YouTube, but he put it as unsubscribed. And he thought it'd be safe because nobody would see it. But unfortunately, YouTube's algorithm, it checks everything, even videos that are not released for the public. And what happened, it was a bit too racy and they don't give you a second chance. They just deleted his channel and he's starting from scratch. But he's learned, you know, he'll come back. His numbers are going up. He's got about 1,400 subscribers now. I tried to give him a leg up today with some promotion. You know, if you go on to the stream that I did, if you missed it and you don't know Brian's channel, if you go to the last live stream from this afternoon, there is a link in the description. If you click on that, that'll take you into Brian's channel. But Brian's very knowledgeable. You know, he just doesn't talk about Monger stuff all the time. He talks about business, all sorts of stuff, and he's got a dry sense of humor, which is quite. I listen to him when he brings out a new video. He's one of the few people I'll actually put my headphones on and I'll walk the dog in the morning and I listen to what he says. He's very interesting. Another super chat there. Nalogs, thank you for that. 10 euro just got in. Have I missed much? Much. Are you sure it's much? You mean have you missed much? Yeah, about an hour and 11 minutes. But thank you for the super chat. I'm getting a little bit tired now. I'll keep it going for a while longer, but it's been a long, long day today, guys. I've basically been on here since 10 o'clock this morning. It's now, it's like 11 hours. Okay, I've had lunch and dinner and walked the dog and everything, but it's been a long day. Colin Moore, walking on the pavements in Bangkok is frustrating. Thais have no special awareness of my experience. It's funny in a way, but also frustrating if you're in a rush. But you know what? That's what makes Thailand, isn't it? That it doesn't work perfectly. I've had this discussion with people so many times. I'm not criticizing you. It's absolutely, you're not wrong. You're right what you said, Colin. But, you know, you go to Singapore, all the pavements and the roads are perfectly straight. They've all got the white lines, the yellow lines, the flashing lights, do not walk. It's perfect. You can't fault it. It's a garden city, Singapore, right? But that isn't why I go to Thailand. I go to Thailand because I like what doesn't work. It makes it quaint. You know, you go into a bar and it's got fairy Christmas lights around the top of it because they couldn't afford to put real lights in it. Not so much these days, in the older days. You know, but the the things that aren't quite correct. That's what makes it quaint. That's what's appealing to Thailand. I wouldn't like Thailand to become Singapore. Singapore's a great city. I'm not putting it down. It's fabulous. I worked there for a while. It's second to none. I mean, it's probably the most advanced city other than somewhere like Tokyo or Japan, but on a par with, so I'm certainly not criticizing, but do you really want Thailand to be like Singapore? I mean, I don't think it'd be as much fun, would it? Okay, let's have a look. What else? Gemini Star said, let Sheila decide what she wants to wear. Well, I will. I'm not trying to dictate or tell her what she's got to do. She can do it. But, trying to be responsible. I'm just trying to make sure that, nobody gets caught up. Let me have a chat with Sheila. I'll decide what she's comfortable doing. We'll work something out and, we'll do something. So, I'm not being sort of like overprotective or trying to be like a father figure or something like that. I just don't, I'm not one of those guys who thinks, well, it doesn't matter about them. As long as I get a video out of it, that's all that matters. I'm not like that at all. I'm a considerate person. I think I'm quite fair and everything. So I'll get her on, but we'll do it in the right way, okay? Mark Hanley says, the troll's not here tonight, must be pissed again. Yeah, I mean, didn't we hammer that guy today? Brian and me were on and we thought, right, get the moderators on in the traps on standby. Brian, how you doing? Just arrived, mate. West Ham got beat. Oh, so had a few beers in the garden, but 14 days, wheels down. Cheers. Thanks, Brian. And I accepted you on Facebook, by the way. I don't use Facebook much. I use it to contact one or two people, but I've seen your request for a friend and I just approved it. Okay. So thanks for that. Now, where were we? The trolls. So with Brian, because he gets a lot of trolls, and I don't know why lately I've got a lot of trolls. And so we were talking about it beforehand and we were kind of laughing. We said, it's going to be on fire this afternoon. And it was, we had them coming out the woodwork with me and Brian, but the moderators are in the background. Capio and Franco said to me the other night, he says, Capio's fast. He's fast. He jumps on it. And, they came out, but they must have been totally pissed because not me, not Brian, everybody in the stream basically laid into them. And we didn't ban them. We let them carry on. We let the children play their games. And everybody on the stream hammered them. Absolutely leathered them. It was a good stream for us to watch, actually. Right, Deep the Trucker. Any bar in the UK, July and August is so hot and no aircon all year round in Patty. Every bar has aircon. Well, the go-go bars do, yes, certainly, and the gents clubs and things like that. Not the outside bars, but I know where you're coming from, because somebody said to me the other day when it was 40 or something, they said, but you go to Thailand, why are you complaining about the heat? What I said, well, in Thailand, you go out in it, you get run down, and then you go into some aircon, you go in your room, strip off and lay on the bed like a sperm whale and relax, right? Or a walrus or whatever you want to call it. What I used to like to do when I was in Pattaya years ago, you go around all the beer bars. Thank you, Taxi Talal, for that. Appreciate that. Let me just stick that up. You go around all the beer bars and, you get sticky and you feel a bit dirty and everything. Have a few games of Connect 4 with the girls. But, when it gets too much, you think, sorry, I'm going to a go-go bar. You go in a go-go bar, have a couple of cold Heinekens or whatever. The aircon's blasting. It's great. And then when you leave there, your core temperature's back down again, isn't it? You're ready for round two. Okay, Taxi Talal, top live streaming today. Missed most of the Brian Flowers one, though. Well, you can go back and watch. It's worth watching. It was only an hour and a half. I didn't string it out. There were some great questions and answers in there. If you find yourself you haven't got anything to watch for an hour or so, go back and watch it, because it was a really good stream. I was impressed with Brian, and Brian said to me at the end when we were off camera, he said, I really enjoyed that. He said it went better than I thought it did, because sometimes when there's two people, sometimes when there's two people, you would bring someone on the stream, sometimes it can go a bit stale and you dry up the questions and you're struggling, you think, oh, what can I ask him next? But it went very well with Brian. I thought he did very, very well, because Brian's not really he's not not outspoken. That's the wrong word. He's a bit of a introvert rather than an extrovert, if that makes sense. Cheers, whiskey. Right. Hard Tulip. Laugh out loud. Most bars don't have aircon, only fans. I think he meant the go-go bars and stuff. Yeah. Mark Hadley, our pub in Armours Grove has aircon. Yeah, I mean, more and more places are getting them, aren't they? But generally speaking, in the UK, we're not geared up for very, very hot weather. It's like in the winter as well. You know, there's we get a little bit of snow and we get stuck and roads closed down a few inches, you know, and it's like England comes to a stop. And people say, oh, well, in Finland, you know, they're all geared up. They've got all these sledges and things that clear the snow, and everyone carries shovels in the back. And, you know, in Finland, they get snow drifts of 12 feet. It snows all the time every year, you know. So, of course, they're geared up for it. When do we get snow? Once every 5 years, a few inches, you know. I mean, I know I'm exaggerating a bit, but, you know, it would cost so much to keep that equipment ready for action. You know, all them snow plows and everything else, you got to maintain them, you know, keep them ready for action, as it were. It's just not it's just not viable financially. And it's the same with the heat. If you are thinking about getting a aircon here in the UK, don't get the ones where you have to put ice in them. You know, you can buy them for £60 from Argos. It's a fan and you put a block of ice in the background, because honestly, guys, that isn't aircon. You might as well, I've got a fan here, you might as well freeze some little mineral bottles, put them on a stick, hang that over the fan, and the air coming through the ice, it's the same thing as what they do. A proper aircon, it's actually a heat exchanger. So it's exchanging the hot air for the cold air. You can get them. They're about £300 from Argos if you want one. You put a thing on the window to let the heat out. But that's a proper aircon. Paul Shackleton says, Peter, I think us mongers here are of better quality. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm the fake monger tonight, look. Right. Taxi Diver says, I saw on that Brian Flower stream something about extortion by the media, but I don't understand how they can write false stuff with it. No, they don't. What slander laws? You're talking Thailand, right? No, what he was actually saying, you get certain, I don't know who they are, but there's certain reporters, newspapers, whatever they are. And what they do, they go around, because they're dealing with foreigners, so they think it's more easy pickings, right? So what they do, they'll look into the licenses they're on, their work permits, everything. And if they find something that's not quite right, say they built a bar and they didn't get proper planning permission, they'll go into the bar and say, right, well, we know, we've checked with records that you didn't get planning permission to build that bar. So they don't threaten them and blackmail them. They just say, like, well, we're going to do a big story to say that your bar is operating illegally because you've built that bar and it's not legal. You didn't get planning permission. So what you're going to do as a foreign bar owner, right? You don't want all that bad publicity, then the cops coming down, shutting you down, and you're out of business. So what some people do, some people fight it and say, like, get stuff. Other people will say, well, do we really need to go down that route? You know, why don't I give you 20,000 baht? You can go buy your family some presents or whatever. And that's what he was talking about. Robert Beto. Hi, Peter. Sorry to hear about you and your wife. Thought you two were moving to... No, it's not sorry. I mean, we've been together for 33 years. We're still friends. I still love her, actually. I think she still loves me. No, she probably hates me. But anyway, I still love her. And we're not even going to get divorced. We're just partners, friends. The sparkle's gone out the drink. The bubbles have gone. And she wants to do her own thing. I want to live in Thailand. Who knows? We might get back together one day. I don't know. Right. But it's certainly not something to be sad about. You know, of course, I'll miss her. And I'm going to do some videos on how I'm feeling when I go out to Thailand emotionally. But I think it's the best move for everyone at the moment. David, question, Peter. Can you move to your right, please, as you are covered? Just for a minute there. Yeah, go on then. All right. And if I take your comment off, David, you'll get the full Monty. All right. I think we'll change that now, actually. It's been a little while. I like this one. I really like this one. I've had this one like 3 times now. I love short hair. You know, really like short hair. I don't know what it is about short hair. I watched some of the stream of Brian. The levels of mongering were spot on. That's World Travel Forever. Didn't we have some trolls in though, eh? But they were handled really well. Capio and Franco were on top of them. I got a few of them as well. We haven't had, I shouldn't speak too soon, but we haven't had the bot in tonight, have we? You know, the one who comes, it probably will come in, won't it? Right, Yoss Travels, trying to listen in a live okay, right, trying to listen in a live pianist has come on. Any request, Peter? Yeah, tell him, does he know how to play so far away? Yeah, I can just imagine. Are you wearing your tux, Steve? If there's a pianist in the bar, are you wearing your, you know, your black tails and your bow tie? You go up to his piano, put one hand on, and just start, you know, giving it some. Right, Leroy. I know what it's like. I worked on a cruise ship for about 6 months out of Singapore. Used to go to Penang, Phuket, and then back to Singapore. Used to get all the young Singapore girls on there, you know. Not saying anything more than that. But yeah, it was good fun. But I know where you're coming from. You know, it's bingo, the bar, the what do you call it, function room, whatever you call it. It's bingo in the day, isn't it? Then the kids disco, and in the evening it's you know, it's the pianist, and would you like to buy a rose for the lady and all that crap, right? Leroy 420. He must be a monster considering what he would been allowed to do. Wasn't enough. Shouldn't get out. I don't know who you're talking about, Leroy. I hope I'm not the monster. Right, Paul Shackleton, the short-haired girl really does it for me. You'll have to step over me first, Paul. Yeah, she's lovely. Do you know what I like about the Thais? They've all got lovely, lovely teeth, haven't they? I know that sounds weird. I don't have a tooth fetish, but you know, I'm always struggling. My teeth are clean, but I've got a gap here that I want to get sorted. You know, I had them clean last time I was in Thailand, but you know, with the Thai girls, have all got perfect. Well, let's not say all, 99%. You look at any Thai girl, they've all got these perfect set of teeth. Look at her teeth, look wonderful, wonderful. Right, okay. Franco DeRosa, if you want to appear on the stream live tonight, this is the link. Someone's tried to come in now, but I'm not. Right, I'm not putting anybody in the stream yet, but you can stay there, Clive, because only the first 10 or the first 9. If you don't know what's going on, let me explain this to you. Clive's in again. Look, how you doing, Clive? He's in the green room, powdering his nose and putting his wig straight. No naughty stuff tonight, Clive. I'll be keeping a close eye on you tonight. Right, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, at the end of the stream, and I don't know when that'll be, it won't be a long one tonight, definitely, guys. I know you've heard it, but I'm getting tired now. But at the end, I found out there's a feature on here. I can bring lots of people into the stream, okay? Up to 10 people. I don't know if that's me and 9 others or 10 and me. And what happens, everybody comes in, there's feedback, it's incoherent, you can't hear what anybody's talking about. Just 10 minutes and let everybody rattle on. There's a link there. It starts to look HTTPS. If you can copy that, come in. I can see Clive in the background. Look, just to prove it, I'll put him on for a second there. Look, there he is. No, what's that? This.
Oh, hang on, mate.
Oh, you were going to show me that, weren't you? There we go. All right, handsome man. Right, we'll save you for later. Right, so look, Franco's put the link up there. What we'll do, Clive's in the background, so he's definitely in, right? So there's 9 more places. If you want to come in, copy that. I'll see you in the back. When the time's right, give us a quick cheers, Clive. Come on, before you drink that, give us a quick cheers. Cheers, look. Cheers.
Hey. 1897.
You Judith. You're supposed to be on. You're supposed to be on this. I thought I'd converted. That's not the real one. That's the oldie one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the knockoff Kronenberg.
I know. I thought it was a real Kronenberg. It tastes like shit, that does, compared to Kronenberg. Right,
no,
I'll get
right.
you now. Right, in a bit. Right, guys. So look, that's what's going to happen. Right, that's Clive. I've got room for 8 or 9 more people. If you think you're up for it, there's a link. I'll leave it on for another minute. Okay, you can come in now. You'll be in the background. I'll leave it there, but there's only 8 places left. Okay, and it's just for a giggle. We'll just have a bit of fun, like I did there with Clive, and then I'll knock it off after 10 minutes. Okay. Right, so you can rewind that if you want that. Right, Paul Shackleton says, can we still watch these shenanigans if we don't join the stream? Of course. It's not a member stream or a private stream. It's this, what you're watching now, but I just bring people in. And the more people who want to come in, the less you can understand them, because everybody's trying to talk at once. There's feedback, but it's a good laugh. Why? Because it's, you know, on a stream, you just see me talking, the odd comment and stuff, but I bring a load of guys in, and it brings some, you see their faces, what they look like. And it went well last week. Went really well. Yeah, no willy shots. Absolutely, keep it clean. I'll be on finger on the button. We've got somebody else there, David in Vegas. I can see you're in the background, but I've only got a grey screen at the moment. Let's start bringing people in the background now. So when I can see everybody's there, we'll do a quick 10 minutes. I won't end the stream. I'll just bring people in for about 10 minutes, and we'll see what everyone's doing. But David in Vegas, I can see you. Let me just test. There he is. Hey. Right, that's 2 in the background. Okay, we've got room for another 7 or 8. And you don't have to worry. If you come into the stream, I'm not going to interview you, ask you questions. When you go to Thailand, where do you live? What's your inside leg measurement? None of that. I'll just bring you in. We'll do a few cheers and some silly stuff, then I'll kick you all out again, okay? So we've got 2 in the background, waiting for some more. Right, let's have a look. The Wutong Life again. Just like any other country, there are immigrants. 30 to 40% of the girls are Cambodians or Laos that live and work in Thailand. They're not all Thai. Well, absolutely. You know, if you're in Soi 4, in Nana. You know, when outside Hooters, right down the road there, you got all these girls sitting on little scooters. Most of them are not Thai. They're Vietnamese. They're from Laos. You know, when you speak to them, they'll tell you. You know, and that's why they're on the motorbikes trying to drum up business. They can't work in bars. Right, where are we? James Casey, you should come in. You should come in, James. You know, you've seen the rewind. Get the link. Actually, I can put the link up here for a while. Where is it? Hang on. Yeah, that's the link there. I know it's a bit funny way to do it, to actually have to copy it like that, but we've only got 2 in the background so far. Right, Bernie says, hi, Peter. Excellent stream earlier with Brian. Off at short notice to Bangkok on Saturday. Oh, good luck for that. Night, 27th of August, my first trip in 29 months. We'll do 10 nights on Bangkok and then heading down to Pattaya. Good man. Exactly the same as me. I'm doing 4 nights in Bangkok, 6 nights in Pattaya, and then I don't know, Hua Hin. I'll probably do Hua Hin, Chatham, Rayong. Of course, I'll film it all. I've got my GoPro now. I'll be going around on a motorbike. I'll try to make it not too boring, the same as everybody else. Okay, let's put yours up, Franco. There we go. I've only got Clive and David in the background so far. Come on, guys. Be brave. Right, David, send me the link again, please. From well, David, the link's up there. Look, just copy it down. Grab a pen quick. It starts from HTTPS, and then you can just put that in, and you'll come in. Just put that into the browser. The link that starts HTTP. We've got 2 in the background. Just write it down. It's there. Look, put it into your browser, and it'll bring you into the back. We've got Rob in the background coming in now. Let me just see if I can see him. So that's 1, 2, 3. You know what? How long will it be, do you think, before other YouTube? Because a lot of YouTubers copy each other, don't they? And I've just started doing this. And I don't know anybody else who does it. Let's see in 3 months' time how many YouTubers are we doing this. Rob, I can see you're grey, but I can't see you yet. So we'll leave that for a minute. Right. JB says, Peter, you can have the lady with the short hair, as I like the lady on her right. Her smirk suggests she's got a kind of that makes the 18-hour flight worth it. I'm not going to read that word out. They're lovely. They're all lovely, aren't they? You know, Rob, what's happened to your camera? I've got grey there. Paul Shackles says, I'm shy. You're not shy, Paul. There you are there. Come on, I'm not going to interview you. I'm not going to ask you any questions. Leroy 420, UK and Americans in Canterbury to laugh out loud. Okay. Right, Paul Canning, how long's your trip, Peter, and when are you going? I'm going the first week in October. Right, Rob's gone on a private chat there. Can anybody hear me? Well, they won't be able to hear you, Rob, because that's what we can see at the moment. You're in the background. If I put one of the other guys on, like there's David, that's what we can see. There's Clive. What are you doing there, Clive? What are you doing? Right. There we are. Oh, right, we've got Jeff Fried Rice. There he is. Nice one. Looks like Jeff's driving. We've got geezers down in there. Nice to see you. What are you doing? Right. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 Rob. You're nothing's happening there, Rob. So if you can't work it out, I'm gonna have to take you out in a while. Right, Rob, can anyone hear me? No, we can't hear nothing, Rob. Play about with it, Rob. You might get in. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 live in the background at the moment. Right. Paul can guys, just stay in the background, watch the stream. I'll carry on with the stream, and then when we get enough people in, I'll just bring everyone in, okay? Right, Paul Cannon, flights are expensive from Newcastle. Paul, flights are expensive from everywhere at the moment, mate. That's what's putting a lot of people off. But you know, wait till October. Right. Cassius says, Thailand bound, your video just went to crap on my feed. Your internet, all right? My internet's fine, Cashier. I've got I can see it. Yeah, I can see it there. You know what? The problem is I've got real high-speed internet, but the problem is I've got my wife watching Korean dramas and my daughter on a phone that's linked on the internet. But it'll come back. It'll come back. Don't worry about it. Canary spreads his wings, says, same here, shy. Well, I managed to get 7 guys in last week. I've got 1. I can see everybody now. So I've got 4 people in the background. Let's get some more in. Welsh 32 says it's like Mafia Zoom. No, it's regular streamers. Capital, you should come in. Everybody in StreamYard, close or mute you. Yeah, good point. Says everybody on StreamYard, close or mute your YouTube as it's delayed and creates an echo. That when I bring you in, not now. So just take note of that. Everybody on stream, close or mute your YouTube as it's delayed and it creates an echo. Okay. Yeah, I think Capio and Frankel should come in the background as well. Robert says, I don't know what's happening with my camera iPhone on my iPhone. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. We've got plenty of time. David Heidelberg says, link gone. Okay, let me put it up again for you, David. Yeah, because I can't keep it up. I want to show some people. Oh, what's that? Hang on, let's get rid of that. I want to show some people's comments, so I'll leave it up there for a couple of minutes then. I'll just read the comments. Oh, it's getting complicated now, is it? Oh, we've got somebody else in. Who's that? Let's have a look. Is it Wooly?
Yeah.
How you doing? Right, okay, that's good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're halfway there. Right, Frank, hang on. Franco, if you want to appear on the stream live tonight, this is a link. We'll leave that up for a little bit. I mean, look, guys, I'm not going to do a Brian Flowers on you. I'm not going to interview you. All it is, okay, I get 10 guys in. I'm going to make everybody live. There's going to be all these little images. We'll say, hi, how you doing? Cheers. Where you from? What you do? And then I'll clear everyone out. It's just a little gimmick. It's for fun. Don't get, don't worry about it. Right. Paul Cannon, I'm thinking of February for Pattaya Bike Week, and it's my 55th birthday, and also my mate's 60. Should be good. Right, somebody else coming in now. Rob. See if we can see him. This is great. Clive's disappeared in action. Yeah, everybody seems to start off grey. I can't see them, but I think they're trying to work it out, and then they work it out in the end. Come on, Rob. We can't see you yet. Yeah, Paul. I'm thinking of going in February Pattaya Bike Week. Yeah, go for it. 55, young man. Cashier, good point. Warning people about audio feed. That was a main problem last time. Yeah, that was a very good point that Capio said. You got to turn your actual YouTube down because there's a delay and it feeds back. Let me see if I can see Capio's his message. Yeah, there we are. Look, just look at that. Everybody on StreamYard, close your or mute your YouTube. Not now when we bring you in, okay? Close or mute your YouTube as it's delayed and creates an echo. Someone else coming in now. I think it's Rob. Hey, there we go. There's Rob.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see in a bit. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 because I can get 10 in. It's getting exciting now. I've never had 10 in. Right. Okay. Let's carry on with this until we get a few more in. And then what I'm going to do is just chuck everybody out and carry on. Okay. Because it's bedlam. When you get that many people in the stream, it's just crazy. Right. Happy says, if you're shy, you will have no problems in Thailand. All right. Daniel Rubin, is it? It's not the internet. It's just that people you're bringing in. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's still going well. I get this with my internet sometimes. I've got a cable plugged into the modem now, so it's pretty good. Right. We've got a couple more now. Ivan, how are you doing?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Good. Okay. We'll bring you in later. Let's have a look. How many now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like that movie, The Usual Suspects. Do you remember that one? Or it's like the Monger lineup, isn't it? Here they are. We'll caught them all red-handed. Right. So we've got Ivan in the background. We've got Clive, who's missing in action. He's probably having a dump. He's back. Clive's back. We've got David in Vegas. We've got Jeff Fried Rice. We've got Geezers in North London. We've got Wooly. We've got Rob, and we've now got Ivan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 more, and we'll go for it. And we got Simon. Here we go. Are you doing, Simon?
Right,
Yeah, I'm all right. I'll put you out for a minute. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, why is that opening up? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more. Right. Keep carrying on with the stream. A little bit more whiskey. Who else we've got? Franco De Rosa. We've done that. I'll put it up one more time just while I'm pouring my aperitif. I mean, it's a Sunday night stream, isn't it? Anything goes. It's easy going, so it doesn't matter. I really enjoy it. I must have a nasty streak in me because I really enjoyed that stream with Brian because, the trolls came out of the woodwork and we didn't have to say anything. All the guys who come into the channel, they hammered them. It was so entertaining for me and Brian. Right, cashier. Capio, good. Okay, we'll say that right. Let's get down to some of the newer ones. Not in service. I haven't seen you before. Where are tigers and elephants for pics in country? Where are tigers and elephants for pics? Do you mean where is a good place to take pictures of tigers and elephants? I can't give you an address, but basically country parks. I mean, it's all on the internet because they publicize it highly because that's where tourists go. You can see everything in Thailand. So you just have a look on Google, but it's not the best of time to go to those sort of places because COVID's just been on, and you've seen that recent video about the Phuket Zoo from another YouTuber. So just have a look on Google. Right, how many we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, guys, we're waiting for 2 more people to come into the stream. If I don't get 2 more people in the next sort of 5 minutes or so, I'm just going to bring everyone anyway. Right, yours. I can come in the stream, but play Charlie Chaplin and can speak. That's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, we'll leave it for a little while longer. Yeah, Leroy 420 says you can see crocodiles, monkeys, parrots, everything. Who else? Cashier, Australian Embassy 69, everywhere outside of Treetown, and Soy Bacoa is dead, overpriced and pointless, according to Buzzin. All right. Right. I've just got rid of the link. You put, how do I get into the live chat? Well, there's a link there. It's a bit, let me put it up here again. It's a bit long-winded. You're going to have to copy it. But what you do, you see that link that's on screen now, type that into your browser, press enter, and it'll bring you into the background. I think we've got somebody else come in. Hang on. Right, we've got Clive, David, Wooly, Rob, Ivan, Simon, Jeff Fried Rice, and Geezers. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we've still only got 8. Look, come on, guys. We only need 2 more, then we'll get everyone in. Okay. Paul Hoskins, they're all mongers and prime. I'd like to get you in, Paul. Come on, Paul. Do you want to come in? There's a link. Come on, all these jokes, Paul. You got to come in. Doc Strange says the usual mongers. Leroy. Okay. Right. Daniel Peters said you were talking about short hair. I like Opal, the TV presenter. Saw her in Central World once. I don't know her. Let's have a little bit of a change. Right. Capil says you can pin the link by right-clicking on YouTube. Okay. Right. Someone is trying to enter the studio. It is full, 10 people. Ask someone to leave. I'm not going to ask someone to leave because I didn't know there was 10 in. We've got 10 in now. How do I get rid of that message? Right, we've got Daniel 75. Right, 1, 2. It must count me then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, guys. Unfortunately, that's it for the minute. That's it, the full amount. Is it 9 and me or 10 and me? Hang on, let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it's 10, right? So let me get rid of this. Let's bring everyone in. Oh, hang on. Got to get rid of that first. And all it is, guys, just come in and say hello, and it's not too serious. Let's get rid of that. Right, let's bring handsome man Clive in. Let's bring David in. Let's bring Willie in. Let's bring Rob in. Let's bring Ivan in. Simon, Jeff Fried Rice, Geezers, and Hayden. That is a full compliment to people.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right, guys, a little bit of feedback coming back. So right.
Really hard to hear everyone.
Got to turn down the volume on. What was it, Kathy? Hang on. I'm just trying to find Capil's message. Write it again, Capil, because I forget what you said. Something about turning down the volume. There's a little bit of feedback there.
Pause YouTube. Just pause it.
Write it again, Capil. Yeah, all you guys, pause your YouTube and take the sound. No, if you take the sound down, you won't hear yourselves, will you?
YouTube. Just.
All right, let me just go through everyone. Clive, whereabouts are you in the country, Clive?
I'm near Malvern, about 2 miles away from Malvern. But I'm in Herefordshire technically, but Malvern's in Worcestershire. We're on the border.
What about you, Dave? Where are you in? You're in Las Vegas, or is that just a name?
No, I am in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
Where are you?
Fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, you are in Vegas. Right,
Yeah.
been there twice. Brilliant city. we've lost Wooly. We've lost Wooly. So I'll take him out, and if somebody else wants to come in, because Wooly's gone. Right, hang on. Oh no, I don't want to ban him. Right, he's out. I think one more person. I think one more person can come in. Hang on. Right, I just want to say hi to everyone. So there's Rob. Rob, hang on. Have I lost you?
Oh, you've kicked me.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, Rob. Rob, how you doing? Which one's Rob? There you are. Where are you, Rob?
I'm in Northern Ireland.
Oh, you're in Northern Ireland. Oh, fair play.
Yeah.
How's the weather there today?
I'm going to Phuket in 2 days.
Oh, you're lucky. 2 days. Is it a direct flight or what? Where do you?
From Dublin to Dubai, and then from Dubai to Phuket.
Oh, you do stop off in Dubai, yeah. What's the flight time from where you are to Dubai?
7 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad. Then 6 hours on to Bangkok.
Yeah. Just stay in the terminal for 3 hours in Dubai, though.
Fair enough. Do you prefer that, the stopover, or would you have rather been on a direct flight?
Yeah, the stopover's great. It's great just to stretch.
Yeah, give your legs a stretch. Yeah. Okay. So let me talk to Ivan. Where are you, Ivan? Whereabouts in the country are you?
Oregon, in the States.
Oh, you're in Oregon, in the States. Oh, right. What time is it where you are now?
It's 1:41. So it's
afternoon, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for coming in this stream. I want to say hi to Simon there with his pint. Whereabouts are you, Simon?
I am in sunny Rotherham, just off junction 35 of the...
Yeah, we know where Rotherham is.
Yeah, everyone knows Rotherham. It's got a bad reputation for corrupt police and people trafficking and things like that. But,
yeah, it's a shame. I know it's a shame, really, because it's there's a lot of history in Rotherham. It was a mill town, wasn't it?
Yes.
A lot of history, but unfortunately, not only Rotherham. There's Bolton, some other towns up there.
Yorkshire Steel.
Yes.
Yeah. But Rotherham's had a bit of a bad rap lately because I'm not going to bring it up here, but you know what I'm talking about, guys. Things that have gone on there, but not only in Rotherham, all over. Not only the north. I mean, it happened in Oxford. It happened all over. I'm not going to open up a line of chat to that, but I'm sure it's a beautiful part of the country. Even, not looking at that sort of aspect of things. The actual countryside around Rotherham, it's very beautiful, isn't it?
It's really nice, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for coming in the stream. Let me just say hi to Daniel75. Are you in a cold climate, Daniel?
Yeah, looks like it.
It's about 12 degrees. So
I mean, you look like
it's not too bad.
You look like you're in the Antarctic or something in an igloo. You're all, is it that cold where you are, or you're?
No, I'm just a wuss. It's winter here in 2 hours north of Sydney.
Okay, yeah.
And I was supposed to go to work an hour ago, but I had a sick day.
Oh, you fancied a few beers then, in other words.
You wanted to watch Peter.
I put YouTube on, and next minute I'm on here. So, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, thanks for coming in the stream. I've got geezers here. We've spoken on the phone before, haven't we?
We certainly have, Peter.
When are you? Do you know when you're next off to Thailand?
Yeah, in 2 weeks, Sunday. I'll be there in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, you did say. How long are you going out for this time?
I only got out for more than 30 days, but the thing is that you said that the 45 visa day comes in the 1st of October, but I actually fly back on the 1st of October. So
okay, so I get there just after you come back, but
yeah,
I mean, the thing is, after October, the airfares come down. So if you don't have any sort of commitments and you can afford the airfare again, you can always nip back out there again.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got family, you can go before Christmas, after Christmas, but we're very lucky in the UK. It's a direct flight from America. I've gone to America from Bangkok, and it's a real tough flight. You normally have to go through Japan and then on to California. So we're relatively lucky. But good to hear you're going out, and thanks for coming into the stream. It's something I think I'm going to try and feature every week. Have we got anybody else? Wait, I know Jeff Fried Rice. I'll get to you in a second. We've got Wooly again. Let me just say hi to Wooly because he went out the stream. I've removed him. Hang on. Where are you? I can't see him. Hang on. Is he still in? Wooly? Oh, add to stream. There we are. I don't know if you've got an internet problem or a.
Kicked him out.
No, I just tried to bring you into the stream, but he's gone. He's gone. Okay. Who am I said hello to? Jeff. Jeff, how are you doing? Jeff Fried Rice. Are you in a lorry parked up?
Yeah, I'm in a truck. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona right now.
Oh wow. Isn't it brilliant technology? You know, you're in a truck in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm in a market town in the UK, and here we are talking to each other. Fantastic.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I love this.
So are you? So I take it you're actually working. How long until you knock off till you finish today?
I'm actually just waiting till Monday, so I'm actually hanging out at the truck stop right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can't deliver on the weekend.
Okay. Well, look, thanks for coming in the stream, guys. I'm going to try and do this every week. Thanks to all you guys coming in. I mean, it's very difficult to kind of interview 8 guys or 9 guys. It's really nice to bring you all in because you can actually see a face behind a name, and I think everybody else likes it as well. So, guys, if you're out there and you want to participate next Sunday like this, we'll try and do it again. But to all you guys out there, I'm going to chuck you all out now and say good night. And you're going to go. So, good night to you.
Fantastic stream.
Good night. That was brilliant. Okay. Oh, we've got somebody still here. Here we go. It's Daniel. There we go. Right, guys, that was really good. Thank you very, very much for coming into the stream. I think it's great because, you know, when you do a stream like this, we read out comments, you see names, but you don't really see people. I've just put a face to viewers. I enjoyed doing it. I hope you guys did. And if you want to come in next week, same things, same thing, same time next week. Okay. So let's keep it going for a little while longer. I'm getting really, I'm getting drunk or tired. I think I'm getting tired. But I want to keep it going for a while. I've missed loads and loads of comments, but I'm going to start at the later ones or else it will be way behind. Hang on, we've still got some people in here. Hang on, let's okay, let me just no, I'm not, I don't want to kick you out. Hang on, if you want to prevent this person from rejoining, you should ban them instead. Okay, so I'm not going to ban you. I'm just putting you out for now. Right, okay, that's it. Yeah, all those guys who appeared tonight, it was great fun. Thanks for that, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, right, let's have a few more comments here. Day State Fox, we should have you in. Hey, HF, we should have you in next week. Dave, you didn't get in, David? I tried twice, but not got in. Okay, David, we'll get you in next week. Come rain or shine, whatever it is, we'll make sure we get you in for sure. But it was nice having those guys in, wasn't it? Matthew Cartwright says, great addition to the stream, Peter. Great. Well, I've got nothing else to do on a Sunday, have I? There's no competitions or anything. It's a bit more laid back. Right, who else? Richard Martin, those ladies behind you, far too distracting. They're lovely, aren't they? I mean, you don't see many ugly Thai girls, do you? Let's have a look. Right. The reason I use the Hooters girls, because most of them are very pretty, and you've got to be careful when you use pictures because a lot of other pictures that you get, some of them are a bit too racy. But the Hooters girls are quite nice, aren't they? Most of them. Right. Day State Fox. Hey, Daniel Peters, long time no see. Okay. Right. Robert BT says, before I go, I wanted to say I sent a video into you with girl trouble. Is that today? You know, I get a lot of stuff sent to me and sometimes I forget and people they don't get upset with me, but they don't understand why I forget because I get lots of things. There's guys who send me stuff in regular videos, jokes, stuff like that. And I can't always remember. So I will look. I've got somebody there. Chris, you've missed it, mate. You're a bit late, but I'll say hi to you anyway. How you doing? You're in. You're on. All right. Well, he was in. There we go. Look. Okay. He'll rewind that later and say I was on. Right. Canary spreads his wings. Daniel was feeling the coat. Yeah. I mean, Daniel looked really wrapped up, didn't he? He had that hat on and that big orange coat. I was expecting him to put his camera on and say, look, I'm in the Antarctic. Look, station zebra. Okay. Have you got us now, Daniel? Not Daniel. Sorry. Is it Chris?
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, I can hear you.
How you doing? Whereabouts are you? I mean, I think you were trying to get in earlier, were you?
Yeah, well, I was. I'm in the Netherlands.
Oh, okay, in the Netherlands. Okay,
Yeah.
how's the weather?
Okay, warm weather, about 23
well,
degrees.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's about the same here. Right. Okay. You know how to get in now. So we'll bring you in because normally I just do the one shot where I get everybody in. I think we struggle to get in at the end there. But what I'll do, we'll do the same next Sunday, but there'll be a different link because the link changes every week. And then when I put it out, I'll try and get you in with all the guys for next week. Okay. But good to speak to you, and glad we could get you in for 5 minutes anyway. A couple of minutes.
No problem. Thanks,
Peter. All right. Thanks, Chris. Thanks a lot. Okay. Ivan says that was fun. Yeah, it brings a bit of the human factor to the stream, doesn't it? Okay, let's have a look. It's a shame I can't bring Sheila in, isn't it? She's still there. Are you still there, Sheila? Sheila, well, we could bring you in now, couldn't we? Just put like a towel here, from here, you know, like that, and we'll bring you in. Matthew Cartwright says, great addition to the stream, Peter. Great idea. Yeah, I mean, let's see how long it takes till everybody else is doing it, but I was first, right? Right, Richard Martin says, those ladies behind you, we've read that already, right? Okay, let me get down to some of the newer ones. Right, Steve, yours travels. Excellent, lads. Right, I'm off to enjoy that 30 minutes of the Piano Man. Take it. It sounds riveting, Steve. Absolutely riveting. Okay, hedge fund, talk to someone else. Right, Gemini Star says, can't wait to see the Mongers in the flesh. Well done, fellas. Well, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if we do this every week. One day you'll be in a bar around Soy Pothole, which it's called Soy Pothole, but they've actually repaired the road apparently. But you'll see some of these guys. Everybody who comes in, you know, one day you'll be sitting in a bar and you think, oh, there's Clive, there's yours, there's whoever, you know. It's great for that, isn't it? You know, I never take technology for granted. I mean, I forget his full name, but Jeff Fried Rice. I mean, Jeff Fried Rice is in Arizona, sitting in a truck stop, Arizona, America, right? And here I am here, put him on, and you can see him everywhere. I mean, it's fantastic, isn't it? Okay. Okay, Peter, I was watching Ride for Kicks earlier. He was doing the Hooters bikini competition in Bangkok, worth a watch. I've already watched it, Mac Thai. It was okay. There's some pretty ladies in there. What kind of put me off a little bit, nothing against Ride for Kicks. Very good channel. I've watched him a lot. I like the way he goes around and does his videos and stuff. But what I was a little bit disappointed, it seemed to be a little bit money orientated. Not him. I'm not criticizing his stream. It was very good. But you know the thing where they had to buy the roses and the winner had to have the most roses. And she had something, if you added it up in UK pounds, about she had something like £260 spent on roses. And I think they were reselling roses that had already been bought. And that sort of thing kind of turns me off a little bit. But as I say, I just want to reiterate, no bad reflection on Ride for Kicks. He's a very good presenter. I like his videos. He does a good job. But I just felt the Hooters thing, what they did, I don't want to say anything more than that. But, you know, if you watched it with the roses and how it was all done, it was a bit, I'm not going to criticize because people will, you know, so somebody will come on here next week and start fighting with me. Right. Yeah, Kasia, exactly just what I said. Soy Pothole has been repaired dozens of times and the potholes always come back. Really? That's strange. I wonder why that is. Maybe they could change the name to, because somebody was saying earlier, we should think of a new name for it because it was called Soy Pothole because of all the holes. But maybe we could change the name and call it, what, Soy Repair? Because they're always repairing it. That'd be a good name. Right. Canary spreads his wings. No problem. Thank you for being in the streams. Paul Shackleton says, I feel like I've made more friends from this community than in real life. Well, that's nice, Paul. It's good to know. Yeah, me too, actually. You know, like I keep saying I could go and watch Netflix and take it easy. I come on here. And honestly, guys, I'm not going to say I swear on my kids' life, but really, if you don't believe me, fair enough. But honestly, I come on here because I enjoy it. I have a drink. It's very lighthearted. We all get to talk to each other. It's fun. It's not about the money, okay? Some guys leave a super chat. Of course, everybody likes money, but I don't do it for that reason, okay? Really, I don't. Right, Mercy Paul says, Mercy Paul, is that Carnado Monger? Okay. Yeah, Chris, look, we just had you on a bit. Yeah, Peter, I also get turned off when Thailand YouTubers beg for donations for making the videos and stuff like that. It was a bit off-putting, was it? And I'm going to reiterate it again because people will probably tell him tomorrow, right? If you watch this Ride for Kicks, I like your channel. I'm not criticizing you. It's a very good channel. You're a very good presenter. I watched one of your first videos when you first came to Thailand, when you were overweight and you stayed in that place north of Pattaya, and you did the walks every day. You weighed yourself outside the 7-Eleven. I watched all that. It was brilliant. I really liked it. It kind of inspired me to lose weight, although I put a bit more back on. But the thing with Hooters today, what they were doing with the rolls is you had to pay for a rose, and the more roses the girl got, it just kind of turned me off because I don't like, I'm monetized like you are. And also people send me donations, stuff like that. But I just found that a little bit too much today. You know, like the winner will have the most roses, you know, so she might not have been the most beautiful, right? So again, no, I'm not. I have no issues with you. You might not. He probably won't even watch this, but if he does, then at least he knows where I'm coming from. Right. Abraham Ford says, I thought it was corny. I don't think it was corny. It was just a thing with the roses that got me. It's always good to see something totally different. I'd have done it in a different way, but you know, I mean, there was a lot of people waiting for it, you know, because I thought the intro, he did a kind of teaser clip, was very, very good. And when I seen that, I thought, oh, I'm going to have to watch this. And I did. And I know a lot of other people did. But, you know, I mean, look, guys, at the end of the day, it was something different. He made the effort. He went to Bangkok. He filmed it. It was a good little video. You know, I mean, you can't criticize the guy for it. You know, it wasn't, he didn't do anything wrong, did he? Where's that? I've just seen something, but I've lost it. Leroy 420, where does that come from? Can't be a good Yorkshire pudding. Okay. Oh, no, Logs, you're too generous. You've done this once tonight already. Love the attitude. This is for the hard time you put in the videos. Thank you, Peter. You know, I kind of feel guilty because you've done it twice tonight. So if I see you, pull me. If you see me in Bangkok, first 2 beers are on me, okay? With your money. No, but thank you. I appreciate it. Right. No name. Yes, but too much money. Remove at least 8 inches of material, then resurface the whole street. Yeah, okay. David, about a week ago, I saw economy seat for 14K to 15.5 UK pounds plus time. You know, there are the gems out there. I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and, you know, yeah, prices are across the board at the moment. Generally, prices for airfares are very expensive. But, you know, if you change the days, and lunchtime flights seem to be a bit cheaper, because somebody told me today they booked a flight. Well, they showed me what they booked, and they got a good deal. It was about £700-800, but they just happened to get in there. Maybe somebody cancelled the flight. I don't know, but it was a lunchtime flight on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and it was a last minute thing. And he got it, and he got the good flight. But generally speaking, you put in when you want to go, when you want to come back. They're so expensive at the moment. Yeah, but nobody gets burnt, M249. It's almost like meeting up for a barbecue. Nobody gets burnt. Okay. Clive, hey, Peter, Yorkshire has kept my business going one way or the other. Don't condemn. I'm not condemning Rotherham for a few sick for a few sick men. This is a southerner talking big up your. Yeah, I know you're not having a dig at me, Clive, but I actually said, I forget the name of the guy who was in Rotherham, but what I actually said, I said, you know, Rotherham's got a lot of history. It was a mill town, you know, making fabric, everything. Beautiful countryside around it, some classic old architecture, which I love. And I certainly wasn't slating it, no way. But the fact of the matter is there has been some disturbing things going on with certain people up there, and you can't kind of shove your head in the sand and ignore it. But that wasn't the issue. I mean, the thing about Rotherham, yeah, big up, absolutely. Abraham Ford, have you tried making custom super chat stickers, Peter? I think they are custom, because when no, they're not custom, are they? I haven't, but do I need them? Thanks for the super chat, Abraham. I appreciate that. You know what? There's a lot of things I'd like to do, but I'm not technically capable, and I don't earn enough money on here to actually pay people. I could go on Fiverr or one of these free kind of websites, but a lot of the things you do on here, you've got to have been to Thailand. You've got to understand the mentality of the bar girls. Like, you know, the Nat and Dave cartoon that I used to do? I mean, that was great. My friend Simon used to do that for me. He didn't pull out. He just didn't have the time. And he started easing off. And in the end, people couldn't remember what the last episode was about. So in the end, it fizzled away, and people came on and said, that was a great series. Why don't you get some guy in the Philippines to do it, for instance, on Fiverr? But it wouldn't work, because a guy in the Philippines who doesn't know how the Thai bar girls come across, how they talk, hello, handsome man, I just worked here for a week, I don't go with customers, all the things that came out on the animation, which made it so good, because Simon lives in Thailand, he knows how the bar girls operate, and that's what made it genuine, you know. But if you try and farm it out to a Filipino or a Pakistani or a whatever, you know, yeah, they can do editing on videos, they can do graphics, they can do everything. A lot of very good people out there. But when you want to do something like the Nat and Dave cartoon, it just won't work. I don't know how I got onto that, but I think that was from Adrian. Was it Adrian? Right, Mark Hanley. Forgot my usual file. Mark, it's not a subscription. You don't have to always do it, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. Danny Ho. Went over to the Financial Collapse channel during Hollywood Squares. Apparently, everything is going to blow up. Nine. Yeah, okay. That's one of those websites. I watch TikTok quite a bit. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm going to talk about this just very briefly. Jason Finch, Peter, you should bring on bar girls on your show. There's not too many of them around here in this market town where I am. There's a fly now. Hang on, I'll have to zap that. It'll really annoy me. Where is it? If I don't zap this fly, it'll really bug me. Hang on. No, he's gone now. He'll come back as soon as I start speaking. Right, Danny Ho, what you're talking, I watch TikTok videos. A lot of them are rubbish, but the reason I like them is because I know it's a bit gross, but if you got the toilet, you got 2 minutes, you can watch TikTok videos. It's not like a 30-minute video. You know, if you're sitting waiting for a kettle to boil, or you're waiting for a taxi or whatever, TikTok videos are great. They're a minute long. And I've watched some of the videos on there that says on a certain date, we will get bombed. On a certain date, terrorists will do this. On a certain date, there he is. I don't want to spray it in my beer. There he is. Show yourself. Did I get him? God, I'm going to be poisoned tonight. That's it. No escape. He'll buzz around and bang off the walls. Right. So I have watched those videos, and the problem is, I'm covering my drinks now. The problem is there's so many people out there who write this stuff, and you've just put, I went over to the Financial Collapse, Hollywood Square. Apparently everything is going to blow up on the 26th of June, July, August, September. Well, if it does, we'll all be in the same boat. I mean, you can live your life worrying about this stuff. If it happens, it happens. But how do they know? How do they know this? Right, Capio, Jason Finch trolls every chat. Oh, does he really? Right, Jason Finch trolls every channel in the genre, saying how great bar girls. Same line for 18 months. He never gets bored. I can't remember. Oh, there he is. There, look. All right. Well, he's not. That's not a troll. And he's just put. You got the sexy bar girls on the left side. Okay. So until I see anything, I don't really want to judge him. But I'll take your word for it. I'm not gonna. We'll let it go for a while. One thing I'll say. Sometimes I try my hardest not to block people, because what happens when you're in a public forum like this, sometimes people start off, Clive, big up Kettering bar girls, yeah, and they are big up. Right. What happens is sometimes guys come into a stream like this, they have a few drinks, like I'm drinking beer, I've got a whiskey here, okay? And what happens, guys come into the stream, they leave sensible messages, and they're like me, they're having a drink, and then what happens, they get a little bit lively, and sometimes they write messages. How many of you guys who drink have sent an email out and in the morning read it and thought, oh God, I'm going to have to call that guy up and say I didn't mean it, or I was only joking? And this is what happens. So sometimes people come into the stream and they start leaving messages where I'm sure in the morning they'd look at it and think, oh, did I really write that? So I try not to block them. It's only when people get really personal or really nasty, and you know who I'm talking about, or not one person in particular, but some people, right, who get really nasty. Those sort of people that, yeah, absolutely, block, ban, out the door, see you tomorrow. But, a lot of the guys in who are regulars, sometimes they do get a bit close to the wind, but I don't ban them. What I try to do is put them on a 5-minute outage to calm them down. We've all been there. We've all had a drink. Come on, we can't judge. Okay. Brian, I haven't heard from you for a while. Where are we? 5 fly killer in the house. Brian, if I don't do it, what happens? I can't multitask. Okay, I'm not very bright. What happens is, if there's a fly going around, it takes over my brain. I can't read the comments. I can't see what's going on. It's just like that fly's got to die. It's just me. Some people can ignore it and do 10 things at once. I can't. Right, let's have a look. Who haven't we had tonight? Okay, let's have these lovely ladies. Right, I like this one because the girl here in the white, she actually looks like she's looking down on me with her hand on my back, like there, keep the stream going, right? I told you I live in a fantasy world. Right, Danny Ho, why did Dutch Farang get blocked? He's not blocked. Dutch Farang is not blocked. Franco, have a look. Unblock him if somebody's accidentally blocked. I'm sure he's not. Why would we block Dutch Farang? He's been coming into this stream for over a year. And if he is, it's a total accident. And I'll make a note of that now. I'm writing it down, Dutch Farang. And he'll be unblocked first thing. I don't think he's blocked. Mind you, I haven't seen any messages. Dutch Farang, if you're out there, leave a message so I know you're not blocked. He might have gone to bed. Right, the Wutong Life says, Australian Embassy, the hooter girl has to like you, and it's all hush hush. Right, it's one of the questions that comes up quite often. People say to me, you know the hooter girls, can you bar fine them? Well, technically, no. In their contracts, they're not allowed to go out with customers. That's it. There's no sort of in between. But they're human beings, aren't they? And if a real young, handsome guy walked in the bar and started talking to her and she liked him, had feelings for her, or just thought he's a nice guy, then I'm sure she would sort of develop something with him. But as far as walking in and saying, can I pay 1,500 baht and you come out and have a game of Connect 4 with me? No. Matthew Cartwright. Get the whiskey out, Peter. It's been out for about an hour, Matthew. Cheers, Matthew. Black Bolt says, flies up, a man for all season. I've got one of those, it looks like a tennis racket. It's called the Terminator. It really is. Somebody buys them from Thailand or someone puts a sticker on them. They buy them from Thailand for 100 baht, ship them to the UK, put a sticker on it called the Terminator and sell them for $8.99 on eBay. I bought one. I'm a mug. But they're great. They look like a tennis racket. And what happens is I sit in my lounge. I've got a patio door. Of course, when it's hot, you leave the door open and then things fly in, don't they? But the thing is, you can't catch flies and blue bottles and certain fast flying things. The way they fly. This is Thailandbound. We're talking about catching flies, but they kind of go like that, don't they? Their nature makes them hard. You can't track them. But what I like is when the moths come in because they're real. They're like the Junkers 88, aren't they? Of the Second World War, the dive bombers. They come in really slow and they're easy to get. So what I do, I just spray the room before I go to bed. I'm sure you really wanted to hear that, right? Okay, thank you for that super chat. That's from. I won't insult you and destroy your name because I can't pronounce it. I'll try your first name. Is it Pitor? I'm guessing with all the Z's. I'm guessing you're Polish because Polish names tend to have a lot of Z's in. I might be wrong, but I am wrong because it's Australian dollars. So you might be Polish, living in Australia, or you're born in Australia. Thank you for the super chat. Right, Thailandbound. Franco says Thailandbound. He's not blocked. He's left a message. Okay, right. Dutch Farang. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Dutch Farang. Danny Ho was banned on Trevor's. Yes, they could not explain to me how it happened, but I'm there still with another account. Right, Dutch Farang. What happens is sometimes when it's going fast, like now we've got Sunday night we've got 300 in now. We had nearly four earlier. That's fine. A lot of guys in. So what happens when the stream's gone quickly? And you're trying to, you're trying to pick out the good comments and trying to block the daft ones and everything. Sometimes you can just click it and it's a little bit higher than the one you meant to click and you ban somebody. But we find out very, very quickly. And what we do, we just go in and unban them. But good to see you still in, Dutch Farang. Right. Capio, let me just try something on your. Maybe, hang on a second. Let's click the 3 dots. No, it doesn't work on yours either. Capio, what is a star for? You know the 3 dots, there's a star next to it. Is that for pinning a comment? I don't know how it works. Right, Danny Ho again says bug assault, rock salt gun. Okay. Yeah, Deke, I've been training myself. Deke the trucker, Peter's Daisies, our dehydrated tonight. I can actually do about 2.5 hours before I need to go out and do the daisies, you know, do this one. I'm still here, so don't worry about it. Right. Capital says, I live in a rural area. I've never seen so many flies as this year. Did anybody see the fly on the thing on, was it Brighton or Blackpool? Like 1 million flies came in. People were on the beach, very hot in the UK. Something like 1 million flies came in and like attacked everyone. Not attacked them, but you know, were very annoying. Daniel Peter said, I wish pigeons were more like flies. Nearly killed one early morning. I'll tell you what, I know you're sort of joking, but I live next to a woods, and you know, pigeons, because of the woods, the pigeons are around here and I have to hose down shit every morning. Bloody annoying. Right. Mary Jane. Clive, my ex could kill flies just... Okay. I told you when it gets late, right? Okay, let me have a look at that. Right, Capio, it's to keep the content bookmarked for later. You can't use commands on StreamYard. You need to do them on YouTube. Okay, all right. Yeah, thanks for letting me know that. So if I, all right. Okay, only in Thailand. Good to see you, mate. Bit late, but good to see you in. Not only to waste money, I just sit in my porch with my bum gun, waiting for a fly to come in and make my day. Yeah, do you know what? I know where you're coming from, because on the eave of my roof, over my back door, the pigeons sit on the eave, stick their asses out, and they shit. And I always have to clean it from outside the back door within my garden. And I found out that my hose, if I put it on a jet and put my arm out right and point it, it actually reaches the eave. And sometimes I have 2 or 3 pigeons, and it's such a satisfying feeling to point your hose up there and they get a zap of water and fly off. It's great. Right. Right. Paul Shackleton says, try putting up with aggressive seagulls. Yeah, those videos on YouTube you get, you know, where people they come out, they buy fish and chips or donuts or something like that. They're very daring, aren't they? And pigeons, they're not small birds. They're actually quite large with quite sharp beaks. You see people coming out of shops and they're very daring, like a sandwich. They'll take a whole sandwich. Welcome to wildlife. We're Thailand bound. Right, canary spreads his wings. Won't see you for quite some time. Thanks again, Peter. Why is that canary spreads his wing? You're not going in for detox or something like that, are you? Right, M249. I get bug spray as soon as possible whenever I'm in the tropics, since I'm the best mosquito repellent around there all the time. I'll give you a tip here, guys, and I've said this many, many times before. If you go to Thailand on holiday, take lots of cans of, you know, under the arm deodorant. They're like £1 a tin in the UK. If you're going for a month, take 5 with you. They're the best repellent you can use. So when you come out the shower and you spray into your arms and, you know, the Old Spice down the front, all the rest of it, just spray it on any exposed area. So if you're wearing a T-shirt, spray, you know, your exposed parts around the back of your neck, your legs, and you'll never get a bite. That's what I do. I don't use insect repellent. People have written into me and said, oh, why don't you use Tiger Balm or stuff like that? But it's sticky, it's smelly. You know, when you use deodorant, it's got a little bit of perfume in it. It smells nice, and it does work. Right, Capio again says, if you lot are scared of pigeons, don't marry a Thai woman. Hungry Thai women are scarier than lions. Yeah, absolutely. Brian, to be fair, the bird over your left shoulder is doing a good job on your back. Yeah, I really like this picture. It's just an accident, but the girl in the white bikini, it looks like she's really looking at me, sort of caring for me, that nothing will go wrong. And she's got a hand on my back. I mean, I am a bit of an illusionist, you know. I live in a fantasy world, but it looks like that to me. Right. Aya Manots, is it? Lynx Africa work. Lynx Africa work. They all do. They all do. I can't really pronounce it now. I think it's Aya, is it? Any deodorant, anyone, they all work, because what it is, when I mean, I'm not an expert. I've watched YouTube videos, but when a mosquito comes onto your body, there's a smell which tells them there's blood. You know, they can pierce you and get blood out. And what happens when you put deodorant on your body, it repels them because they smell something totally different they're not used to, and they just fly off. So yeah, you are right, but they all work. Leroy says jungle formula mosquito repellent, but it causes cancer. We won't be using that then. Day State Fox, Sean the Condom was an AKA that Steph made on his stream last night. Come on, Steph. He's not on here tonight, is he? I thought he'd have had enough this afternoon. We had a good time, didn't we, guys? You know what I mean? Day State Fox, we'll get you on here. We'll sort you out. I'm not sure how to do it yet because I'm a dinosaur. I've got to get some help from the guys who are already in the background. Capio seems quite knowledgeable, and Franco said to me the other day, he said, "Oh, he says Capio is quick off the mark. He gets them right." Welsh 32. Yes, that's what just a cargo holder plane needs is cans of flammable deodorant. I mean, come on, for God's sake. You think I'm the only one who takes deodorant on a plane? You think I'm the only one who takes an aerosol on a plane? You know, that's why they're packed into boxes. It's not like one big hanger. They just chuck everything in. Mary Jane says, to ward off flies, try using the bar girls use panties. Work for me. James, back again. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Work on the beach in the M. Okay, James, thanks for coming in. And we'll see you on Friday, hopefully. Pacemaker 205. Really? Okay, she has a marvelous look like she's just about to give Peter a wedgie. No, she's patting my back saying, don't pack the stream up yet. I know you've had a few, but you're doing okay. Right. Black Bolt says, that picture won't be a fantasy in a couple of months, Peter. I mean, I hate to say this, but she actually looks a bit like my wife when she was younger. You know, she's got that Korean look, hasn't she? Lots of good news tonight. Peter, you're going to poison yourself spraying that aerosol. Well, I've been using that aerosol for like 31 years to do what I've done, and I'm still here. If it takes another 30 years, I think I can put up with it. Clive, hey, Peter, I'm really doing well with my new Facebook account. I have had sick buffalo messages stories 4 times in 24 hours, 3 times from the Philippines. There's a girl I've just started watching. She's very good, actually. I think she's called Filipino P. She's a girl, and she does sort of what I do and about the Philippines. And she talks about Filipino girls, how they milk you basically for money and how they're going to get you to pay your bills. So it's the same sort of thing with Thailand. But she's a Filipino girl. I suspect she's got a foreigner husband or someone in the background who did all the use. She might have done it herself. But I watched one of her videos the other day, and I had my finger on the mouse. I was just about to subscribe, and I thought, shall I? There's another one. Where are they coming from? Hang on, guys. They do that. They appear. There he is. They appear for a second, then they disappear. They're almost like taunting you. Unless he's the same one. He might be... Go on, get out of here. Right. £1.50 a can. Can't beat it. I feel like a murderer, though, when I do that. Right. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just going to have a drink. Right. Yeah, Mark Hanley says Filipino P is good. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with myself that I remembered her name. She's quite nice. I mean, she looks like one of those girls like let me be careful how I say this. She looks like a nice girl, doesn't she? You know what I mean? Capio. You're getting warmed up now, aren't you? Is the main event on its way? Okay. Bottle Baby landed the girl. Okay. Tell us a bit more. Which girl? Mary Jane again. I didn't know fly species also contain mongers. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of you guys, you know how I found her? Because in the back end of YouTube, when you're looking at all your stats and stuff, they show you people who watch your videos, and they say there's a section in there that says people who watch your channel also watch these channels. And there's like 10 channels that come up, and one of them was hers. So, for instance, when I looked, it said people who watch Thailand Bound also watch this. And of course, the channels that came up were, was it Everything Pattaya, Buzz in Pattaya. I can't remember them all, but one of them was this girl, this Filipino girl, and I thought, oh, who's she? And I went and watched one of her videos, and it was about guys, don't get me going. I'm not saying anything. It's fun though, isn't it? I forgot what I was talking about now. She did a very good video, and what she was doing, she was trying to explain to you the the way that the girls in the Philippines, these sort of girls, like bar girls, you know, what their plan is, how they go about it, and how they operate. And it was a very good video, actually. Right. Capio, I know you're watching this and you're like, don't get in, don't give him any platform and all the rest of it, but it's really difficult because I'm getting my, you know, it's kind of like, I've had 2 videos made about me, you know, I mean, this is like great. It's great that I don't have to defend myself. It's great when like viewers defend me and I'm not doing it myself, you know, that must really piss him off. Right. Everyone's in on it now. He should have like 100,000 subscribers. He's so famous. Right, Barry the Bullshitter, 5-point bulletin, 5 reasons Thailandbound has 250 more in his chat than I do. Now, is that serious or not? Barry the Bullshitter, 5-point bulletin, 5 reasons Thailandbound has 250 more in his chat than I do. I don't really get that, Barry, but if you want to come in and say hello, you can do. Right, the Wutong life again. 99% of Thai girls are not bisexual, so it's hard to find if you have to go look somewhere to look. The Wutong life, are you female? The way I'm reading that is it's difficult for you to pick up Thai girls. 99% of Thai girls are not bisexual, because Sheila was in earlier and she's into girls. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, Dutch Frank, where are any girly streams on that list of viewers also watch this channel? No, not really. But I can tell you something which is really I found very hard to believe, but it is true. Do you know the bar girls? This is really true. And you might have heard of this before. And don't ask me where they are because I don't know. I know they're in the kind of, let me tell you a story first, okay? The bar girls actually go to clubs in Pattaya. And in these clubs, they have boys, Thai boys on stage. Like you're in a, you know, when you go in a go-go bar, you're sitting around getting drinks. And you're looking at the stage and it's full of girls, right? Them same girls who are dancing, they go to clubs in Pattaya that have Thai guys doing the same thing, and they have auctions. They bid on them. So somebody will come on a microphone, and this is whatever, and they bid, and these girls all bid, and they pay money, and they take these guys home. Unbelievable! It does happen. I'll try and find out a few names. Try maybe because I'll tell you how I know this, because a youngish guy went and. There was a couple, he was in a bar on Soy 6, and these 2 girls, he was a youngish guy, he's from Australia, about 27, 28, fairly good looking guy. And he didn't want to take the girl back to the hotel or anything. What he said is, I want to go drinking, it's all closed down. Oh dear. And they said, well, we're going on to another place that we can drink. Do you want to come with us? So he's like, yeah, okay then. So he went there and he couldn't believe his eyes. But halfway through it, the manager of the place came over because he was a young, good looking guy, white guy, Australian guy. He said to the guy, he says, do you want to be auctioned? You know, we'll put you on stage. And these girls, and he was like, no, I'm too shy, you know. But I mean, wouldn't that have been funny, you know, because there's a guy who goes to Thailand and he pays girls to come out to play Connect 4, yet it's turned around and he's gone to a place and they're auctioning him. I'd do it. But to be honest with you, maybe the cleaner would throw a few bucks to me or a few pounds to me because she can take it easy and watch me mop the floors. But other than that, that's probably all I'd get. Right, Franco, what are you saying now? Thailandbound, what's this 45-day visa people are talking about? I've spoken about it all night, Franco. I spoke about it earlier. I spoke about it on Friday. What it is, in a nutshell, when you, for us, right, from the UK, Australia, Europe, America, right? Let's not talk about the other countries at the moment who only get 15 days. If you, at the moment, if you go into Thailand, you get a 30-day visa exempt tourist stamp, okay? It's not a visa, it's a visa exempt. From the 1st of October, they're going to extend that and make it 45 days. But they're only doing it for 6 months as a promotion. So from the 1st of October, if you go in from the UK, for instance, when they stamp your passport, you've got 45 days until you need to extend or leave. Come the 30th of March, at the moment, that promotion will end. But knowing the Thais, if it goes well and they get a lot more people coming and business booms, they'll probably extend that. That's just my guess. Okay, I hope that was an okay explanation. Right, Clive, Peter, I'm starting to go more Filipino than Thai, while they're as fit as Thais, and I'm split. The thing is, they're very religious. They're all Catholics over there. Most of them are Catholics, Clive. There's good points and bad points. The good points are with the Philippines. They all speak very, very good English, which isn't always the case in Thailand, which can be very, very frustrating. You can't hold a conversation always. Yeah, I mean, I went there, but many, many years ago. Like I said to you before, when I'm based in Bangkok, I intend to do short haul trips to places like Vietnam, Siem Reap, Cambodia, the Philippines, because you can buy a ticket $50-$60 US. What's the point of me going from Heathrow to the Philippines and paying £800? I'm better to wait until I'm based in Bangkok, and then I can kind of spread myself out in all these places and do videos. I'm looking forward to going to the Philippines again. Where is it? Mark Hanley says Paddy Doyle will be disgusted by the comments. I've watched a couple of Paddy Doyle's videos. I mean, fair play to him. He is a real kind of vlogger traveler, isn't he? You know, I mean, he's been through every province in the UK, in Thailand. I watched one of his videos where he was actually traveling through, I think it was Vietnam, and no, he's a real traveler, a real global traveler, or Southeast Asia, you know. But I don't know why you're saying, Mark, Paddy Doyle will be disgusted by the comments. I don't know. Right, Black Bolt, you're still in. Good, you're still in. I meant the girls. Right, okay. I meant the girls' channel. I don't know Frank at Mary Jane. I don't know Black Bolt, honestly. Right, Matthew Cartwright, Daniel Peters. Yeah, that's a decent drink. Okay. Capiel says, if a woman can't speak English, she can't complain. Every cloud has a silver lining. True, very true. But it's, you know what? It is frustrating. I mean, you know, if you go into a bar and you meet a nice girl and you're playing Connect 4 and you want to talk to her and she doesn't understand and you don't speak Thai, it's just kind of like a polite game. But, you know, can you imagine going into, imagine they'd educated, imagine English was on the curriculum in Thailand. And when they were in school, they all learned English. And you went into a bar on Soy 7 or wherever in Pattaya, and you're playing Connect 4 and she's speaking perfect English. It'd be so much more fun, wouldn't it, really? World travel forever. There are a lot of hot girls in the Philippines, but the nightlife and the whole environment is not as good as Thailand. Yeah, absolutely. I remember watching a stream with Ed Sweeney where he said he was in a go-go bar and the girls were hardly moving. They were just standing there. And all of a sudden, one of the other girls took a bowl of noodles and passed it to a girl on stage. So there you are, looking at you're in a go-go bar, looking at stage, and there's a girl eating noodles on stage. I mean, how off-putting is that? Deke the Trucker, all the ladies understand the language of boom boom. Oh, I don't know about that. Right, then, damn, their religion doesn't bother Angeles. Is it Angeles or Angel? Yeah, okay. When I was in the Philippines, Makati was a big area for Connect 4, and they closed it. Or they had a new man, they closed it all down. Right, the Wutong Life says, these guys on here say it's easy to find bi girls, not lesbians, but don't say where to find them. Most YouTubers and bloggers have said it's very hard in Thailand to find a real bi girl. I don't think it is, from what people tell me. The Wutong Love, I'd be interested to know, I'm getting the feeling that you're actually female, are you? Would you like to tell me, or do you want to keep it private? That's fine. JB, I'd love to be auctioned off to an old bag who had plenty of energy and was up for anything. Oh, really? Can you imagine being auctioned off and she locked you in a flat and said, there's a mop, there's a cleaning equipment, here's my bullwhip, get on with it. Okay, somebody's giving me an English lesson here. Right, Daniel Peters, English is on the curriculum. What no, you weren't criticizing me. What you mean in Thailand? Because I always took it that it wasn't, because in the Philippines they all speak really good English because the emphasis is on learning English in school. But if it is on, I hate saying this word because I can't say it. If it is in the schools in Thailand, why don't they speak English like they do in the Philippines? It's one of the great mysteries of the world. Right, Pry9, good to have you in. I'd love to try Philippines one day, but I'm ready to move on from going to Thailand I'm not ready to go move on from Thailand quite yet, as I know what I'm getting. Yeah, and that's a fair point. But I think a good way to do it would be if you go to Bangkok, or if you're in Thailand for any length of time, don't be lazy. If you go for a month, think, okay, pencil into your trip, I'm going to do a week in the Philippines, because of course an airfare from Bangkok to Manila, it's going to be less than $100, I would imagine. Would it? Well, mind you, it's a little bit further than Vietnam, isn't it? It's quite a bit further. But you know the point I'm getting at. Leroy says 420. Are you looking to marry them or what? Just pay them to do whatever you want. Yeah, okay. Dolly the Sean Capio. Okay. Okay, Bernie, my friend in Koh Chang reports that there is unfortunately only a trickle of tourism at the moment. Well, the thing is with Koh Chang, yeah, an island, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Cam the Cook, it doesn't do a lot for me. Eating noodles on stage is the latest trend. Yeah, not for me, unfortunately. Okay, guys, we're nearly there. Paul Shackleton, I need to change my name to getting battered by a troll. No, you're right. You're right, Paul. People just say what they want to say, isn't it? What they want to say. Okay, I can't obviously pronounce that name. I can't even SKAJ. Thank you for the comment. Anyway, while in Philippines, it was great, but I missed Thailand. You'll find that from a lot of people. You know, people go to Thailand and they don't get bored with it, but they want to explore and they think, well, I'll go Cambodia, I'll go Vietnam, go Laos, see what it's all about. They always get pulled back to Thailand. You know, it's got so much more to offer, hasn't it? Ah, boohoo, you're still here? I thought you got to bed. P did a vid on how many single moms there are. Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing in the Philippines, single mums, Catholics and all that sort of thing. I haven't seen that. I'll go and look for it. She's actually a very lovely looking woman, isn't she? She's not young. She might have children. I don't know. She might have a husband, but I only watched one of her videos. But it kind of turns me on that they speak. Hang on, let me think about what I'm saying here. You know, when the way she kind of can put herself across and explain herself, that's actually quite attractive, isn't it? What I mean to say is, you know, if you go out to a bar with somebody and they don't understand you, as opposed to you go out to somebody like with her and you can sit down and hold an intelligent conversation, and she is intelligent, that's quite an attractive proposition, isn't it? I think so anyway. Oh, you're still there, Michigan Bob. I guess taught in an English classroom in a suburb of Udon Thani. The Thai teacher learned English in university but had poor English. I've actually got a Thai lady who teaches me English. She's not getting very far because I'm a bit stupid, but she's 25, and the problem is she's such a nice girl. She lives in Udon Ratchathani. And I actually, all joking aside, let me get a beer while I'm telling you about this. Right, all joking aside, I do speak some Thai. Okay, I'm not going to say I speak fluent Thai because I might be in a bar with you one day and I can't get everything out. But I do speak a fair bit of Thai. But what I thought, because I'm going out there to live, I thought, you know what? Let's get down to it. Let's learn it. Let's make the effort. And I got a Thai teacher on a website, and she's a really nice girl. She's only 25, but you know the problem in the UK, it's so miserable. I'm so fed up here that when I get talking to a 25-year-old Thai girl, and she's lovely, I give her all the respect. You know, I mean, I wouldn't dare say anything wrong. But she's such a lovely girl, and she's Thai, and I get talking to her, and she's trying to teach me, and I start talking to her about other things, and I pay £9 a lesson for an hour, right? And I can't remember the site, but her name's Oi, and she always says to me, you have to call me Oi. It's not Oi, it's Oi. Anyway, so I start speaking to her, and I don't want to learn English anymore. You know, it's so refreshing, so nice to talk to this girl. I'm in a miserable place right now. She comes on, she's 25, she talks to me. There's no monkey business, right? And we have a laugh. And by the end of it, I'm like, you know what? I haven't learned anything, but here's your £9. I'm happy as Larry, you know, really. Okay, let's, how long have we been? Oh, wow, it's a long one tonight. Right, Daniel Peters. Yes, Gemini Filipinos are great. Maybe Okay. I actually, you know, I said earlier I worked on a cruise ship. When I worked on the cruise ship, it was all Filipino staff, and I think there was like 2,000 Filipino girls on this cruise ship. You know, it was yeah, amazing. Right. Michigan Bob, P has an American boyfriend, which is why her knowledge of American slang is so good. I figured so much. It's like that website. Is she called the Queen of Pattaya? Her thing is like with a crown. I mean, she does her little bit of presenting stuff, but there's got to be a guy in the background, hasn't there? You know, somebody who's set it all up. And I think that she's got a lot of subscribers, and I understand why. You know, they're playing young girls in bikinis playing volleyball on the beach. Okay, people want to watch that rather than an old git like me, right? Okay, Capio, £9 an hour for a chat with a 25-year-old seems cheap. Would be 500 on OnlyFans. Yeah, but we're talking about everyday things. I know where you're coming from, Capio, but you know, we don't talk about that sort of thing. It's just the weather and how's things in Thailand. But we have a laugh as well, you know. No, I won't show you that. Right. I went to Cambodia. Boohoo. I went to Cambodia in November 21. I met a Colombian lady who didn't speak English. After a few days, it got frustrating. It really does. You know, when you have a date with a girl, you've got to be able to have some kind of communication, haven't you? You really have. Paul Shackenden, drop a link for the Thai teacher, please. I couldn't do it now because I've had too much to drink. I've been going too long and I couldn't find it. But Paul, look, let me put my email address up there because I'd like to give us some business. Where is it? Paul, send me an email. I will reply to you. Just put that in there again, and I'll let you hook up with her. There you go. You can rewind that. And I'm also going to promote Apple as well because she needs a bit of business. Where are we? Okay. You know, I use a regular taxi driver, a young lady called Apple. She's very nice. That's her line ID. That's her number. That's her new car. She'll pick you up from the airport. She'll take you down to Pattaya. You don't need to ask her how much is it going to cost. She won't rip you off. She's very reasonable. Very nice girl. But guys, when you're sitting in the taxi with her, she is a taxi driver. She's not a bar girl. You know what I mean? Right. Okay. I've got a feeling you're being a little bit cynical there, Black Bolt, but I know what you mean. You know, sex sells, doesn't it? Richard Green says Pringles. Not sure what that's about. World Traveller Forever. When you take out a Filipino on a date, she want to bring over a bunch of her friends or family members along. It's very similar to Thailand, isn't it? Wait till you read the stories next week. You know, when you're talking about bringing family and all the rest of it, you'll relate to that one. Hard Tulip, Peter, 74 letters in the Thai alphabet. Hard Tulip, it's actually 84 letters in the Thai alphabet. How much of them do you know? Are some more difficult than others? I don't want to say anything because if I say something, it will sound like I'm boasting, and then people will test me when I'm Thailand. That was very, very close. 74 letters in the Thai alphabet. It's actually, I'm just trying to think now because you put me on the spot. It's 82 or 84 letters, and I've got to be really careful. I don't want to say anything that people trip me up tomorrow. Do you know what? I'll give you a tip. If you want to learn to speak, I don't speak Thai. I'm not going to pretend to speak Thai. I know a little bit of Thai, right? But if you want to learn how to read Thai, the easiest way to do it, you know, when you look at the letters, they're all squiggly and tails and all that. Relate them to something. So when you see like a U with a funny head, that's a duck, right? If you see like a long thing with a thing like that, that's a lollipop man. If you do that, you'll remember them much easier. That's my English lesson. £79 now. Right, Chris again. World Travel Forever. Thai girls outside the bar scene often bring a friend. Yeah, I mean, you'll see this in the stories next week, right? A regular, decent Thai girl, if you invite her on a date, she'll accept it, hopefully. But when you turn up at the restaurant and expect to see her, she will come with a friend. That's so normal. And you'll think, why she brought a friend? But you think about it. Why she brought a friend? Nobody can accuse her of doing anything because she's got a friend with her, right? That is a bit of a weird comment there. 44. Okay. No, sorry. Take that back. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You know, when I said there's 82 or 84 letters, and then I paused and I was trying to think what was actually, I was thinking about the vowels, and I know there's a lot, and I couldn't remember if it was 44 or 46, so I kept quiet. Because what happens, people watch these streams and then they criticize you the next day. So I'm very careful not to say the wrong thing. But Daniel, you're absolutely right. 44 vowels. Now you've said it, I remember. And I was trying to think, but thank you for that. So yeah, 84 letters, 44 vowels. It's not easy. Check bound, where have you been? Hello, everyone. Stream number 2 today. Hope everyone is doing well. We're 2 hours, 45 minutes in check bound. I think Frankel's probably dropped off. He gets tired, but good to have you in anyway. Paul Shackleton, you're having some exposures tonight, Paul. Peter, that was a crap lesson. All right, okay. Refund departments over there, Paul. Standard answer. Right, still here, Andy. Okay, in total, there are 72 characters. Okay, all right, I stand corrected. There are 72 characters in the Thai alphabet. This can be split up into 44 consonants and 28, but oh my God. You look like a young guy and you get it. I'm 62. It's like, you know, thank you for that anyway. Right, JB, you could get your money's worth from the call by doing a bit of hammer. Jesus Christ. Read that comment, guys. I mean, I'm laughing, but oh my God. Cheers. She'll be she'll have to pat me on the back a bit more. Daniel Peter said, I thought you made it up. Thought it said so. That's why I thought you were talking Isan. No, not at all. Not at all. Mary Jane, anyone know where to get good nachos in Pattaya? Everywhere. If I think your translation of nachos is what I think you mean, yeah, you don't have to walk too far. Right, Daniel Peters again. We've read that one. There you go. Chetbound says, hang on. No, that's Hard Tulip teaching Thai. Where are we? There we are. Gemini Star. Hello there. Oh, Chetbound saying hello to Gemini Star. Right. Mary Jane. The Thai alphabet itself has 44 consonant symbols, 16 vowel symbols that combine into at least 32 vowel forms and 4 tones. It's great. All right. Yeah, a bit late in the night for me to take all that in. Hooters for nachos, says Robert. Right, okay. Right, okay, guys. I think that's it for me. 2 streams in. We did one on Friday, 2 today. It's been a good evening. Thanks for joining me tonight. But I'm really, really tired now. I can feel it, and I feel like I'm kind of losing it a little bit on the stream. What's next? Stories next week. Tuesday member stories. Back for the stream Friday. Guys, look, listen, really, thanks a lot. Thanks for all the super chats. Thank you very, very much to the moderators who I forgot early. That's Franco and Capio. Thanks to everyone else. Thanks for the super chats already said. I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. Good night, and I'll see you real soon.
All I want.